And there we go. Hello there everyone. Do not mind the crab, and definitely do not mind the gun on the crab. I may or may not be having this for a variety of reasons, none of which I shall share right at this exact moment. But let's just say that the giant enemy crab might make an appearance in one of the things that we are going to watch today. And I want to be ready for the crab to pull out the gun, if that happens. This is my safety crab, okay? Do not mess with the safety crab, because otherwise, you see what happens, right? Good. So, today is a day of reacting, of yapping, of chatting. Now, I'm on a little bit of a timer, because in 2 hours from now, let me just check it real quick. Hold up. What I need is this, and I need the channel. Yep, this. At 11 my time, so in 2 hours from now. Yep, that's when the Return of the Ancients reveal for Path of Exile 2 is happening. That is planned to be the main event for today. However, I do plan on a few other things and surprises and so on. Let me just get this over here, I think. Yeah, okay. Now I can have the chat in front of me as well. So, without any further ado, let's check out some stuff, shall we? How did this work again? I did set it up, but this is it. Yep, this is it. So, first up on the list, we have the Withering Waves X Cyberpunk Edge Runners collaboration preview. Good morning, Solaris. So, it's no secret that a Cyberpunk Edge Runners collaboration with Withering Waves has been on the way. It's been leaked way back when. And while I didn't trust the leakers with all of the details, I've heard enough of them that I have some expectations of this, but we will see what we are getting here. I haven't watched the video myself, but expectations are high because I know what Kuro Games have done with the Devil May Cry X Punishing Grey Raven collab, and it was glorious. So, with expectations at an all-time high, with them having done such an excellent job in 3.4, I want to say? It's either 3.3 or 3.4, I cannot remember the version names, please forgive me on that. But yeah, let's check out the trailer. Oh, wait. Hold up, something's wrong. Now you should be able to hear the sound, I think. I'm gonna monitor that. Okay, wait.
Good morning, Solaris!
There we go.
It has been a solid and sturdy 30 hours since the Edge
Oh, there she is.
appearance. Kudos to President Lucilla for making sure our out-of-towners weren't poked and prodded like overgrown lab rats. But that doesn't mean some peeps won't try. So party like there's no tomorrow. From the looks of it, they're off to a fast start.
Hold up. Something I noticed immediately. This right here, it reminds me of Lene's effects with her special paint. I wonder if that will play in somehow.
To a fast start, just as the Mecha Scouts at the training grounds. Talk about ruthless. Think they could do.
I see those threads. And I'm gonna guess Specto.
Just a thing or two? According to Rover, a name needing no introduction, Solaris' newest chooms will return home once their work here is done.
Lene, there she. Oh no, that's Becca. But okay, yeah, it is Lene's paint. Okay, okay. Why do I have a crab on my head? That's your cousin, sir. Hello there, Aries. The crab is my safety crab in case we encounter a giant enemy crab, which is a bit of a meme. But I figured we might as well have a little fun, shall we? I don't often do React streams, so there you go. It's a enemy crab. It's a friendly crab with a gun, in case it's necessary. It's not usually out though. So yeah, that's the reason for why the crab is here and why the crab has a gun. He's the safety crab. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, this definitely looks like Spectro from Lucy, if I had to guess an element. Well, not an element, an attribute. Those are different.
Word is the Netrunner has her sights set on the moon. Oh, a beautiful story with one teensy problem. She'll have to pick one first. This has been your man Stan. Join me for a dream that'll never end.
Okay, I wanna look at a few things here. Segrika is also making an appearance, I'm noticing. I can't help but notice I haven't seen a tacit mark on either of the girls. I know they are supposed to be playable, but I haven't really seen tacit mark anywhere. Like, I'm trying to look for it, but yeah, either way, the two of them will be playable from what the official Withering Waves Twitter has told us. And we are getting Rebecca for free. So that's quite exciting and quite helpful. Yeah, also very good models, might I add. Like, their models look good. Like, you can tell they are playable characters. Then again, that's usually hard to tell with UA characters, because even their NPCs are something else. Yeah, I don't see a mark anywhere. It's not on her hands, it's not on her neck, not on the face. I don't see one on Rebecca either. Oh well. That's a mystery that will probably be solved by someone who's way more interested in that detail than I am. So, Cyberpunk Withering Waves collab. Rebecca will be given for free to all players, which is very, very nice. And Lucy will also be there. Most likely a Spectro character. I'm not sure about what Rebecca would be. If I had to guess, based on just the general know-how that I have of Withering Waves, I'm guessing Havoc, since Havoc characters tend to be very self-destructive in general. Like, they tend to have the most hidden trauma, if that makes sense. Like, hidden and very suppressed trauma that you don't normally see. And I think that's very fitting for Rebecca's character more than for Lucy's. But yeah, we'll have to see. Also, I'm guessing both of them are just pistol users, because that just makes sense. Then again, I could probably see Becca being a rectifier user as well and just using it as a gun. That probably also makes some sense. Yeah, no, they've really, if they have a mark, because there's also a possibility of them not having mark, but that, I feel like that doesn't make sense. If they have a mark, it's very well hidden. Like, I cannot see it. Okay, so Withering Waves. Expectations are high, can't wait to see more. However, we should be moving on. Next up, we have Guild Wars 2. And before the reaction to the Only Way trailer, I do have two other trailers that I want to check out. First off being the Guild Wars 2 Reforged coming to mobile. This is something that I'm interested because I haven't played Guild Wars 1. So maybe when it comes to mobile, maybe I'll give it a shot then and maybe it will work out then. So, The Last Day Dawns on the Kingdom of Ascalon. The award-winning classic. Oh, it's free to play on mobile. Wait. Hold up. Select your skills for Jotar. Cook with wild builds. Looking. Play anywhere, anytime. I have a question. Is the Reforged with all of the expansions though? Might be. And if so, this is probably gonna end up one of the best mobile games out there. Depending on how they do optimization, of course. But yeah, pretty excited for this one. And this is for everyone who hasn't played Guild Wars to understand the trailer that we're watching after it, as well as for people like me who have been so far away from the story, just making their own little piece of heaven on an island or something, that they've forgotten what the story is in the meantime. Not because the story was bad, no. The villain especially is very intriguing. But I'm missing a few details, a few tools in the toolbox, if that makes sense. So I figured, since Guild Wars 2 has been so gracious to release a recap, we might as well, right? So, let's go.
We begin. This is a full recap of the first two acts of Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity. With that in mind, let's jump in.
Castora, huh? I've heard the name. A seafarer's fable.
At the launch of Visions
Wait,
of
can I?
Eternity, the commander was thrown into a story filled with mystery and intrigue.
Oh wait,
After discovering that the Inquest
that ruins the
was on a
subs,
mysterious island,
the subtitles.
that something bigger must be at play.
Hold up.
On behalf
Maybe.
of the Tyrian Alliance, we set sail with a
There we
familiar
go.
crew of allies. Ritlock Brimstone. He's one of the commander's oldest friends. He's restless, eager to get back into the action. Saida the Sly, who has recently taken a peculiar new post on the Captain's Council. Then there's Kanak, always looking for a new
Best
adventure.
letters in the game,
And
Kanak.
Skarin, the fractious leader of the Wizard's Court.
This Castora is a dangerous place, from what I've heard.
After a treacherous journey, we finally reached the shores of the fabled island of Castora. We're greeted by the Hull Gardeners, survivors of ships that have crashed here over time, trapped, unable to leave for generations. After proving ourselves to the locals, we finally catch our first glimpse of the Inquest.
I doubt he wants you dealing with this personally, Seb.
Fearful of getting dirt under your claws, Kuda.
Overseer Kuda, daughter of the former Inquest leader, and the villainous principal biomancer Seb are clearly at odds with each other, but who is in charge?
None of them is.
Trail, eager to find out the Inquest's motives and discover who is pulling the strings. But there were some other gigantic...
There we go, giant enemy crab. Told ya.
After learning that Castora had some relation to the Seers, we sought Iskarin for answers, but were unable to find or even contact him. With no signs of the ailing wizard, we headed further inland in pursuit of the Inquest, where things took a surprising turn.
They
Okay.
eventually come face to face with director Vlox, the newly
There we go.
elevated
That's the
boss
interesting
leader.
one.
And he's not at all what we expected.
It is an incalculable delight to finally meet you, Commander. I want you to help me save our world.
Although Vlox keeps his goals close to his chest, one thing is clear.
That's a pretty crap
He's
though,
on a
and we
mission of
all
his own. He has a clear
know that if
distrust
it's pretty, it's
Tyrion's
friendly.
leadership
No.
encourages us to be
At least
wary
no.
of our
If
allies.
it's...
After all, Vlox reveals that the arcane
Hold up. I need to pause this. Just because it's pretty doesn't mean it's friendly. Often in nature, it's the opposite. The more colorful it is, the worse it is for your health. That includes sharks. I'm fairly certain that includes sharks as well. Now, I'm not saying most sharks are dangerous, no. The vast majority of them are fairly okay. Fairly. Especially if unprovoked. That said, they have the capacity to be very not okay. And that is an issue. So, back to the video.
Council approved
Can you supposed to
the
believe
inquest
it?
voyage. Our meeting with Vlox introduces more questions. What does he want from this place? What is he using the inquest for? Desperate for answers, we finally reached the one person that might know something.
You knew this is what they were after this whole time. We've been fumbling in the dark while you kept this to yourself.
Isgarin revealed
Oh yeah. This absolute dumbass, sorry, no, not this one. This one right here. He basically was under a spell to forget about the place that hold the key to all of his power. Absolute Nimrod, this guy.
We've been fumbling
That's our leader, by the way, currently. We are so doomed.
in the dark while you kept this to yourself.
Isgarin reveals that Vlox was seeking an ancient seer artifact called Ancora, a relic that, if wielded correctly, will allow him to perform the rite of Dividium Nava, granting him power equal to Isgarin himself. This is what Vlox was after, whether the inquest were in on the plan or not. The team raced against time, and just when we thought we were successful in locating Ancora before Vlox,
You don't see the necessity of my path yet. But you will, Commander.
I'll handle it. Get out of here.
Take your time.
after a fierce battle with Principal Biomancer Seb, ending in his gruesome demise, Kuda and Vlox were gone, and they took Ancora with them.
He is a very real threat to us. And
One thing I can appreciate about Guild Wars, when we find a villain and corner him, we usually kill that bastard. Not, oh, we're gonna imprison him for safety's sake. No. Double tap. That's our commander right about now. And for very good reason, might I add. When you're dealing with teams that don't usually stay dead after the first hit, you tend to learn how to double tap.
all of our people. Now we must stop him before his aspirations turn it all to ash.
Now, Vlox is journeying deep into Castora's jungles to seek out the ancient ritual grounds, willing to do whatever it takes to see his vision for a better Tyria realized.
Ooh. Side note, look at the transition here. You have the moth sky scale on the tree, hanging onto it,
Seek out the ancient ritual grounds, willing to do whatever it takes to see
and then
his
you see
vision
it
for a better
on top of
Tyria
the tree.
realized.
You don't
That's a
have
very
to
nice
do this,
transition.
Vlox.
I do, Commander. Someone must. And no one else will.
The only way. May 12th. Ooh, that's about a week ago, less than a week. Okay. And now we have the official trailer. Up until now, it was mostly things that I have seen or heard of. This is completely new. Well, at least Guild Wars 2 related stuff, I mean. So, let's see what we get.
Attention, inquest. This is Overseer Kuda. Although we mourn the death of the principal biomancer, our mission continues. The Tyrian Alliance are biting at our heels. They will not stop their pursuit until we are nullified. But don't be too threatened.
Oh, that looks pretty.
Director has secured us more time. With the artifact in hand, our path into the jungle is clear. The place that we seek.
Not the jungle again. No. I've had one jungle themed adventure. I do not want another one. Nope. No. I know it's a different jungle. It's probably not even on the same continent. Still no. I do not want Tangle Depths Part 2. No. Grab. Zoom in on this and shoot it dead. I don't want to see that. I would say it looks good. Okay, yeah. This definitely looks like the jungle. This definitely fills me with dread.
That we seek. It puts everything we've seen on this island to shame. Unimaginable power. Weapons of destruction.
Oh, that's a new boss, probably.
Left us a lot of toys to play with. And I can't wait to put them all to use. Don't disappoint me.
Okay, new explorable map and meta event. Guardians, Eternity's Guardian is the map. Shackles of the Ancients is probably the meta event. Mastery updates, combat maneuvers, residual mirror magic. Ooh, okay. Legendary accessory, PvE and World Reworld. Stellar Radiance and Stripe Unyielding. Wizard Vault Refresh. New relics, achievements, and rewards. Okay. There is something that I want to check out. Give me a second. So, at one point, over on Guild Wars 2 Twitter, there was a bit of a showcase of the two seneschals that we have fought so far. So the crab and the moth, with a third one in the middle that's something else. It kind of looked like this enemy here, I think, like with many hands, a bit spiky. I think this is the one in the teaser over on Twitter, this right here. And from the looks of it, yeah, it does seem to be using seer magics. And it is pretty much a seer of sorts from what I can see. Like a seer skeleton, a seer construct. I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at here. The seers being like his guy in the forearm, the floaty guys. Either way, this is probably the boss of the meta event if I had to guess. Okay. So we are now done with the Guild Wars 2 stuff. Let us move on to something that I'm so excited for. Like, I've been waiting for this so long. I don't know the release date. I'm hoping they reveal it in this, because it is the pre-order trailer. And that specific thing is Gothic 1 Remake. And I'm going to wager, if you are a Romanian, you probably have heard of this game at the very least. If not played it and very much enjoy it. I don't know what it is with Germans Romanians and Russians, but for some reason these three adore Gothic, and I say for some reason I don't understand why the rest of the world doesn't love this game. But let's just see the trailer for now. Oh, this looks so good. Yep. Was that the swamp shark? Yes, it's the swamp shark. Oh my god, that looks so terrifying now. I used to be terrified of these things when they were so badly drawn on the screen. Like, they looked so bad. Now they look so good and they're actually even more terrifying. They're as terrifying as they were back in my imagination. Good job on this. Oh my god, look at it. Yeah, that's horror right there. And for good reason. These things will mess you up early on. Like, this is pretty much some, I would say, mid to end game enemy for the most part. This will mess you up so badly if you see it early on. And you can. The game has a lot of freedom. And if you're not careful, this thing will say hi and just chomp you up. Okay, let's go frame by frame a little. No, I'll just let all of it go. That's a shadow beast. Ooh, the mines. That's a demon. I think that's Zargus. June the 5th. Thank you. Okay. I can finally plan my spendings now. I'm curious how. Wait, it says the pre-order now. How? Give me a second. I need to check it up real quick. Why does it look like a pea? Look, it's supposed to be a worm. The majority of worms will look like that. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. It's a worm. It's your standard worm. Except it has a mouth like a Zerg. Which doesn't help it, but... Okay, out of curiosity, how much is it? I'm just gonna look for now. Gothic War remake. Okay, it's 50 euros. I mean, on one hand, it's probably worth it. On the other hand, it's a bit more expensive than I'd like it to be, if that makes sense. Oh my god, the armors look so nice. I love that I'm looking to to the images of the game, and I recognize every single one of them, but it looks nothing like what I know. Because the game is so old. It's legit ancient. Okay. I kind of want to see another trailer if possible. So let's see if I can find something else. Actually, no. First, I want to analyze this because this is one of the games that I'm extremely excited for. To say I'm excited for this is the understatement of the bloody century. So, let me just check a few things real fast. Okay. Going back here. So, it's a pretty penny. Yep. And again, it is worth it, I will admit. The game is worth that much for sure, since it is such an excellent game. Like, overall, the less they change outside of graphics, and maybe a little bit of quality of life and controls, the better. Because the game baseline is so good. This is the thing that probably inspired the Dark Souls series back in the day. This series right here. And if you look at it, you can kind of tell. Like, it has that mood about it. Like, it has the very powerful and more unique spells. It has the skeletons, it has the terrain, the style. It has the weird enemies. It has the swamps. I'm willing to bet if Gothic 1 and 2, and honestly 3 as well, if they did not have swamps, I'm 90% sure Miyazaki would not have had his swamp fetish with the Dark Souls and just the Souls-like series in general. If they did not have swamps, Miyazaki would not have added swamps to Souls-likes. I'm willing to bet that. Like, I'm willing to put literal money on that. If we go and interview Miyazaki, he'll be like, well, you know, there was this one guy, I don't remember the name of it, but it has swamps and they were lovely. And they were a pain to go to, and I like that. I'm willing to bet that's what happened. And you cannot convince me otherwise. Ooh, hold up. What's going on over here? Okay, this area I don't recognize. This right here. I don't know if it's just me, but I do not recognize this area. Like, I'm looking at it. Nothing comes to mind. That right there. This unicorn looking... Hold up. Don't auto it. No wonder it doesn't look as good as it should. This thing right here, this rhinoceros looking animal, this is the Shadow Beast. This is such a powerful enemy, especially early on when you first can meet them. It's so iconic. It's so iconic you can even find it on the armor of certain very high level guards. I'm not sure what spell he's casting here. Ooh, the lizards with the fire breath. That was the orc. Oh, this is when we take down the king. Well, I say king, it's not actually a king. Right here, we have Zardes' tower, the distance. These are the mines that you have to go in at some point to go to the next act. I think going into the mines starts Act 2, if I remember correctly. Because after going to the mines is when you can properly join one of the 3 factions in the game. Over here we have the Sleepers, Templars and Chosen, and the Gurus. They are the Swamp people are pretty much the 3rd faction in the game, and they're a bit of a secret faction, especially back in the day. Because originally you are presented with 2 choices. Either join the mercenaries, or not the mercenaries, the prison guards, and Gomez, who are in the main camp, or go to the new camp and join the outlaw rebels, bandits, etc., etc., whatever you want to call them. It's been so long, I do not remember the proper names of everything anymore. But those were the 2 options you had originally. And there's a few ways you can go about it. You can join either as one of the normal grunts, or you can even join as one of the mages. However, there is a secret 3rd faction, sort of, that everyone tells you, no, you cannot join. No, we don't really want you here. But if you do everything right, if you go to the right people, if you do all of their quests, you can in fact join up. and become a Templar of the Sleeper, which I think is one of the more interesting options in the game. And it's one of those things where RPGs way back when didn't have that many options, didn't have that many paths for you to take, that they'd go in completely different directions with completely different requirements and yet somehow converge at certain points. This one was one of the first instances of this. This was essentially the Baldur's Gate 3 of Dark Souls before Baldur's Gate 3 or Dark Souls existed. This was it. This is why this is such an important game to my heart. So many things that matter in this game. Over here we have the new camp fellas. They're the ones with the blue. The old camp with Gomez and the guards, they're the red. They're mostly in the red. Yeah, these guys. These guys right here. That's just a demon somewhere. I think that's Zardes. Oh, this sword. This is a very important sword. Wait, was that... Actually, no, that wasn't the sword. Oh, that's the spell you get from breaking the sword. Now I remember. Oh, that's a nice animation for it, I must say. Lesnar. Diego. I can't remember the fire mage's name. And I swear I could, up until a second ago, I could remember the axe guy's name, but it's escaping me. And I'm sad because he was one of my favorites. This guy's everyone's brother. Like, he's just that bro that always has your back, and I'm so mad at myself for forgetting his name. It'll come to me at some point. Okay, I definitely want to see a bit more... Yeah, let's check out some gameplay, shall we? Okay, this one's 8 minutes. And we do have a little bit of time to burn, so... Let's see.
While the Elder Scrolls and The Witcher...
Wait. Is the sound off, or is it just me? Give me a second.
Often seen as the benchmark of Western role-playing games, the Gothic series from former developer Piranha Bytes is also worthy of recognition within the upper echelon of the subgenre. The original Gothic and its sequels became cult classics with a scale of player choice and free-form open-ended exploration within their dark fantasy setting, which has even inspired developers at CD Projekt Red and Warhorse Studios with their work in the genre.
Yeah, both the Witcher series... Sound is good. Okay, so it was just me. Both the Witcher series and Kingdom Come Deliverance were inspired by Gothic. Gothic has inspired so many fantastic games over the ages. It feels so good to know that soon, this year even, I'll be able to play a remastered version of it. I'm so hopeful for it, especially since the developers do seem to be taking feedback. Because the first trailer and demo, they had issues, for sure. And they addressed those issues rather fast. I can only applaud them for that and wish them the best.
With the upcoming remake of Gothic 1, developer Alchemia Interactive is giving the original game a reappraisal not only to showcase its lasting strengths, but also to expand the world and its community of characters to create a more satisfying, consequence-driven setting. We were able to get an exclusive first look at a brand new quest line added in the Gothic remake, along with...
Oh, hello there. Enjoy your lurk. So they are adding new content. That's why I didn't recognize the white corridor that we seem to be passing in the other trailer. They are legitimately adding new content to it. That's also something that I'm excited, because if they respect it and they just add a little bit more to it, I see no problem there. Sincerely, go for it. That's the right way to leave your own mark on a series.
Seeing just how much of an upgrade the remake aims to give the classic dark fantasy RPG.
If there's a way out of here, I'll find it.
Players take on the role of a nameless hero trapped within a mining colony taken over by prisoners. After a magical ritual seals the colony underneath an impenetrable barrier, turning it into a lawless state, the hero is tasked with finding one of the few magic users hiding away from the brewing conflict amongst rival factions. As the hero navigates the world that the prisoners have made within the colony, they'll pick up new skills, uncover ways to take down opposing groups, and potentially find a way to destroy the barriers sealing the colony. The original Gothic was essentially a dark fantasy spin on John Carpenter's Escape from New York, resulting in a notably darker take on a role-playing game in 2001. But the hook that really made Gothic a seminal RPG was its approach to open-world gameplay, which, in 2001, was still finding its footing. Essentially, you're tasked with uncovering the mystery behind the barrier however you see fit. The remake does well to maintain the original strength
Oh,
of
this looks so
player
good.
choice and the web of characters with their own agendas, all while making noticeable upgrades to storytelling that creates better context to deepen that setting.
What do you want?
Lee sent me. What are you doing over here?
Lee, that's the one with the axe.
The remake largely sticks to the original structure and style, and the developers put a particular focus on upgrading the foundations and scale of the core game. In that sense, the developers aren't going for a big reimagining. It's really more about remaking Gothic 1 with modern visual and gameplay flourishes that new and returning players can appreciate. Generally, the upgrades in visual style, gameplay, and storytelling really
And yes, you can
to
swim.
flesh out the dark fantasy world of Gothic further, enhancing the sense of navigating a bleak yet still intriguing setting that can fall into chaos at any moment. However, I couldn't help but feel that the remake's scope felt more like a souped-up 2000s PC or original Xbox era game, which sometimes felt a bit overly modest. Still, it does aim to capture the tone and vibe of Gothic, which it succeeds well at so far.
The vibrations are getting stronger. We're getting closer.
Gothic also has a particularly unique approach to character growth, which is often decided by what your playstyle is and which side you landed with to receive training, such as the Brotherhood of the Sleeper faction, who believe that an ancient god was responsible for the barrier. Along with learning advanced fighting styles and ranged combat, you can also figure out how to scale walls, forge new gear, and pick up magical spells that allow for mind control and transformation. The consequences of these choices as you navigate the colony can result in some drastically different outcomes for quests and character interactions.
Look who it is.
It all ties into the hard-edged approach of classic Gothic, which the remake is aiming to retain for the most part. There are, of course, very welcome changes to combat, navigation, and tracking of key quests, and a new glossary to make this adventure more manageable. The core action still retains the look and clunky flow of early 2000s action RPG combat, which certainly has an appeal, but it feels easier to grasp this time around, thanks to enhanced movement, lock-on, and modern combat physics. However, you can still easily find yourself in a bad spot by making some ill-advised decisions or picking fights with those who can easily overpower you. That said, if certain players want to take on a more daring approach and cut through the island and nearly every inhabitant, the developer stated that you can do that as well. In our exclusive footage, we got to see a new quest line added in for the remake, focusing on the hero helping the water mage Mixer, a familiar character from the sequels. The remake gives Mixer
Yeah, I was about to say, why is he here?
first entry, in which the hero helps him acquire new magic on the coast near the colony. It's a new addition that not only expands the setting's scope, but also showcases the deeper lore running throughout the series. But where the remake aims to leave a bigger mark is in the expanded storytelling and characterization of the colony's inhabitants. According to Reinhard Paulus, the studio head of Alchemia Interactive, one of the critical upgrades they wanted was to add more context and character depth for all supporting NPCs. In addition to nearly every character having their own daily routines and agendas, the added storytelling does more to make different characters feel less one-dimensional and to further a sense of moral ambiguity in Gothic. This, in turn, expands opportunities for player choice and the sense of consequence within the story.
Do you do everything the mages ask of you? Within reason. Generally speaking, though, yeah, as long as they pay.
An especially welcome change happening with the remake is the more respectful representation of female characters. A controversial aspect of the
that was one part that I did not like in the first one.
Women in the colony who were background characters and non-interactable. But in the remake, female characters are more developed with proper agency who the hero can learn more about. Another welcome addition to the remake is the expansion of the orc faction as more than just a one-dimensional antagonist. This is a great upgrade because it further aligns with Gothic's approach to navigating by using every outlet and connection you have to accomplish your goals. There's often a tricky balance with examining what to re-examine and what to keep when remaking games, but the Gothic 1 remake from Alchemia Interactive certainly looks to give the original series a much-needed reappraisal in the right ways.
Okay, so there might be people who will go, oh no, they're changing the orcs. The orcs already had culture and whatnot in the game. It just wasn't very well showcased until the second game. In the first one, it was still very much there. And there were very few points where you could catch glimpses of it. But it was much harder to do so. So I can definitely see them wanting to put a bigger accent on it, since it's such a prominent thing in the second and especially in the third game. So yeah, overall good job.
Along with leaning even further into the stories that are made with every choice, it's making some commendable updates for storytelling and removing some unsavory aspects of the 2001 version. And so far, Gothic 1 Remake has the makings for a worthy reinvention of a classic RPG series. For more on the latest upcoming games, check out...
Okay, so, as far as I can tell, graphically speaking, phenomenal job. They knocked it out of the park. 10 out of 10. I was about to say 10 out of 10 IGN and I just realized the video is from IGN. But for once, 10 out of 10 job of reporting on this game, IGN. I don't say that often, but I will give credit where credit is due. I would have liked to see the quest that you guys spoke so much of. And we caught glimpses of it, but I would have liked to see it start to finish. But that's more of a pet peeve than anything else. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. We still are 1 hour away from the Path of Exile showcase starting. It's right here. And it is in fact 1 hour away from my current time. So, what else? Oh, there was something actually that I was interested in looking up on. I've heard of it, I've heard good things about it, for the most part. I've also heard a bit of a fake-ish controversy that it used AI and it kinda did it, but it also kinda did its It's complicated, okay? But to anyone who's worried, no, they did not in fact use AI. So just chill, okay? What was it? Yeah, this one, Pragmata trailer. So I've heard a lot about this game. I don't have it yet, but I have been thinking about getting it. So let's just see one of the trailers. You know, this one right here is the most recent one, so let's see this one.
The Earth always looks so...
Okay, something is hella wrong with my headphones. Give me a second.
blue.
There we go. Perfectly fixed now. My bad.
Every place has its own kind of color.
Okay.
You know everything about the Earth, don't you? I want to go too. The place I feel so far. You have to help me.
From Capcom.
Please. There's no time.
Ooh. Okay.
Diana, you're here. The bots, these trees, everything went out of control. As Pragmata, we're equipped with the ability to override a system's programming. We can stop Edis together.
We'll shut Edis down, and then we'll head to Earth.
Hold on,
Okay.
We'll get you out of there.
8.
Thank you.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Oof.
Edis again.
I entrust this memory to you. With it, you will learn how to stop Edis. Take it and finish the task I started.
Oh, they're robots. At least the girls are. Ah, pity.
Time's up. We're leaving. You just gonna stay here when this is all done? What do you want?
I want to go to Earth.
Okay. Okay, I can see I can see how that would pull on people's heartstrings already. I can already imagine people's heartstrings being pulled so hard with that one. Ooh. Mortal Shell is another game that I can't remember. Did I react to this? I think I've seen some of it. I don't know if I've seen all of it. You can't be a dad in this economy? Oh yeah, good point. How expensive is the game? Let me check on Steam as well. Pragmata, it's a brand new game, and it is $50.99, 60 euros. Okay, that's a bit expensive, and the deluxe edition is 70 euros. How I feel about that. Okay, the deluxe edition has a lot of outfits and skins from what I'm seeing. Okay. Wait, what's this one? Wait, is it separate? It's separate. Or not? Oh, so the deluxe edition contains the main game and the shelter at a slight discount. Yeah, that makes sense. A €5 discount if you get the deluxe edition. Okay, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, being a dad apparently is quite expensive in this economy. Okay. You know what? I'm very interested in watching this again, if I haven't seen it already. And it's Mortal Shell 2, the gameplay reveal. I feel like I've watched it, but I just want to see it again. Yeah, I feel like I've seen this before, though. Not complaining, mind you.
That's why she made you. To tread the unfound path. This foul passenger, he's the poison in your mother's heart. You must become the cure.
That's one hell of a shot of the shell. Yeah, I've definitely seen this before. It's nonetheless amazing. And definitely one of the games that I'm very hyped for. Ooh, stealth mode. Nice parry there. And off the ledge she goes. Out of ammo.
Who goes there? Oh, you look familiar.
Hello there, merchant.
I've been waylaid. Leave me. It's my companion, a feline. He's gone. Nothing. Will you look for him?
Yes, we must save the cat.
I don't think I can go back to rousing commerce. If he's been harmed, I don't know what I'd do.
Ah, the cat is fine.
An IO, please.
What's next, Harbinger? You
Yeah, that was clearly the bear stance. You silly goose. Okay, the shoulder charge. And the smack for the finish. I do love how there seems to be a few more options for your character this time around. Nice use of the skill. The various shells. There we go, the loot.
You've come far. Look. You're nervous? No, get used to it. Now go.
I love the fast travel system that they've showed off in this. Like, you can actually control where you land with this to some extent. How to deal with the angry mob 101. Pull out a machine gun. Nice parry. Come on, you really shouldn't be trying that hard with this one enemy. There, see? Not even that hard. Just got parried like 2 times. And now is the funny boss that they show off. The enemy in a wheelchair, who will probably show excellent disability representation by making the player disabled while fighting them. Bad jokes aside, all of the boss designs in this are so good. They were decent in the first game. I so want to see what they do with the second one. However, currently it's only for the PS5 as far as I'm aware. Although, maybe it's for others as well. Hold on. Maybe, perhaps. Oh no, it's also on Steam. Hold up. It is also on Steam. Let me just add a follow in the wishlist on this one for later. Since apparently I didn't do that already. So, Mortal Shell. That's definitely one of the games that I will be playing in the near future when it comes out. What else? We still have 45 minutes to go. I probably should have planned a few more things. Oh, hold up. They're actually live right now. Are the drops live though? No, they are not live. Okay, so 44 minutes till the PoE showcase reveal, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to mute this for now because it's 40 minutes in. However, let's watch some other stuff, shall we? And there is one thing that I'm curious if they made the trailer for, and if not, I'll just go to the update page and read all of you that. And it's Avowed. Now, Avowed has a bit of a bad reputation, I will say. Yeah, so this is from 2 years ago. This is Obsidian Entertainment.
Who here has heard?
So let's see if they released anything recently. They did release turn-based mode for Pillars of Eternity. Oh, this is the thing that I saw a while ago that caught my attention. The anniversary update trailer. So we're going to be watching that, and also this is the gameplay trailer and the official launch trailer. These three are the ones that I also want to see for this game. Since I do have it, I do plan on playing it. Even though it's... oh, maybe let's throw in the story trailer as well. Maybe. Okay, so 4 trailers. This is the game that I was interested in. It came out. A lot of people were very angry they couldn't play it like Skyrim. And I will say, I can understand wanting it to be the new Skyrim. I can understand the devs wanting to make a new Skyrim. Even though they had nothing to do with the first Skyrim, but that's neither here nor there. I get that. It wasn't Skyrim. Hell, it was less Skyrim than Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon is. And that's quite a bit of Skyrim, but that's beside the point. I feel like a lot of the heat and the hatred that that game got, at least in part, was not warranted. But on the other hand, the devs kind of did it to themselves when they said, initially they said, and they deleted the statements, they said that it's very Skyrim-like. No, it's not. Stop lying to people. It's simple as stop lying to people. Set the correct expectations and you will find a player base. So, the anniversary trailer update is this. I want to see that one last. Let's start with the gameplay trailer, shall we? Actually, no. Let's do the official launch trailer.
Ambassador Volshin Yogar at your service. His Majesty names you our Imperial Envoy. An extension of the throne's authority. Yogar at your service.
So, just from this screenshot, you will be forgiven if you look at this and go, oh, that's Skyrim. It should play like Skyrim. It should have the same mechanics and systems as Skyrim. You can be forgiven if you think that. I feel like people should give a little bit of credit where credit is due. It did a lot of things that Skyrim did not. But people were too bad to even notice, so... And yes, I did do a fair bit of research on the game before. I just didn't watch the trailers themselves.
Extension of the throne's authority.
Also, hold up, why? Stop going with auto. There we go.
You've seen how wild the living lands has become, both in nature and in politics. The source of the blight eludes us still. Just be careful. The Empire doesn't have many friends on these shores. And the Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you. But let's not dwell on unpleasant matters. The living lands is fractured. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own.
You can see why I'm interested in this. Visually speaking, it is a stunning game.
There is no easy path from here, for you or any of us.
And while just the visuals don't say much for a game in this day and age, they can help with it, if that makes sense. And the combat itself doesn't look bad. Like, the gameplay looks decent.
As will be the consequences. History waits for you, Envoy. Go meet it.
And yeah, one of the things that people really complained about was how some of the characters can look like. Both NPCs and your player character. And I won't deny it. The images I saw were very, very silly. Hard to take serious even. But still. Even so. Also, out of curiosity, I do have the game, but I'm curious how much is the game currently. I'm not sure if it's still on sale, like when I got it. No, it's no longer on sale. The standard one is 50 euros, which for a brand new game from a fairly high profile studio, because this is Obsidian Entertainment, the same people who have done... Wait. Why is the new Fable featured on you? You don't have anything to do with that one last I checked. Excuse you? Hold up. Wait, are you publishing it by any chance? You're neither the developer nor the publisher. What? I'm gonna have to dig into this for a bit later. Because if Obsidian is involved with the new Fable game, then there is a little bit of hope that it will actually turn out to be a good game in the end. Not a lot of it, considering what the director of that game said, but maybe there is something that can still be done if these guys are involved. Because they've made the Outer Worlds, not to be confused with the Outer Wilds, the Outer Worlds games 1 and 2, which are fairly good games. I'm not gonna lie, I at least enjoyed them. They've also made the Pillars of Eternity games, which are, again, very decent games. They made Psychonauts 2, what else? They remastered Age of Empires 3, they made the Definitive Edition. They made Ori and the Will of the Wisps, from what I can see here, or at least had a hand in it. So again, they're not bad. They also had a hand in We Happy Few. So again, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, Quantum Break. So again, they're not bad devs by any measure of the whatchamacallit. They've had their ups and downs, definitely, and the release of this was definitely a down. But I've heard good things about it afterwards, in no small number. So I'm curious how this transformed over time.
Come. Your emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot. Go, tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future.
They both deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see. You must open yourself to its mysteries. Tend to its purpose, no matter how wild. And become what the living lands truly needs. Its protector.
Okay, so that's the basic story. We are an envoy sent to see what's going on and solve the issue, but apparently there might be a bigger issue, or we might become part of the issue, quote unquote. Let's check out the gameplay trailer now, and then we'll check the official anniversary update, which is the one that really got my attention. I'm not seeing a lot of gameplay. In-game footage and cinematics, okay.
People don't like you very much, do they?
Oh, I beg to differ.
To the living lands. By an emperor who couldn't bother to come himself.
Okay, there's guns, I've seen that.
To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you. But the truth is, you scare us. The way you fight. The power you wield. The secrets you keep.
You're either here to save us, or destroy us.
I'll say I'm very curious about the magic, because it seems quite varied.
What are you gonna do with it?
One thing that I imagine did not help at launch, I would not call this a gameplay trailer. There's far too little gameplay in this. Like, there's a lot of jump cuts that doesn't let people see the what the proper gameplay is like. And that's an issue. Okay, let's check the anniversary update now. Okay, this started out as more of a gameplay trailer than the other one.
Rush into danger too quickly.
Yeah, this is more of a gameplay trailer than the previous one. What the heck? I guess they learned their lesson a little bit. Yeah, honestly, the magic is the main thing that I'm very interested in, as far as gameplay goes. Okay. Wait, is it what was previously? Your player focused updates. Okay, that's good. And we have new playable races, new weapon type, new game plus mode. So new game plus, photo mode, that's gonna be helpful with this. Custom difficulty, okay. New godlike features. New character presets, I understand. New godlike features. I'm curious what exactly that means. But okay. A little bit of parkour. I would say this trailer looks so much better than the previous one. Than the gameplay one. It's good that they've learned. It's good that they've learned. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to diss them for that. I'm just saying it's such a jump. I don't know how they got it wrong the first time. Because it's such a jump, but at the same time, it's not exactly complicated. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I've been both making videos and streaming for such a long time that it just feels natural to me to know what a gameplay trailer should be like. Maybe it's that. It might be that. Either way, I'm definitely going to be playing this at some point. I don't know if it will be in my own time, if I'll stream it, or maybe even a mix of both. Kind of like what I did with, whatchamacallit, with Wayfinder. Which, by the way, I have kept on playing a little bit here and there. My house is getting a little bit more decorated as we go. And I'm having quite a good time with the game. Yes, is it grindy? Yeah. is it the sort of game that I can just turn on, play a dungeon or two, then go back out and do something else? Definitely. And I'm having a good time while doing it, so as long as I'm not too focused on it, it's good. It's good. Should be a standard, to be honest. Yeah, like, again, this level of trailer should be standard in the gaming industry at this point. Like, if you have a game, like a functioning game, I can make you a trailer for it. Like, unironically, I can make you a trailer that's of a similar quality to this right here. Unironically, I can probably do that for you. Should you hire me for it? Definitely not. Could I make it? Yes. Would I make it in the appropriate amount of time? Probably not. But the fact that I can make it implies that other people, more skilled than I am, could definitely do a much better job than this. Please hire them, please give them the money they deserve, and please make something with quality for your players. That is my message to any future developer who might ever see this. Whether it is live now or in the far, far future over on YouTube. Okay, that was one of them. There are, I would like to say there's maybe two other things that I would like to do a react to. We still have 25 minutes. I just have to remember, because these are not written down, I just have to remember them from memory. I probably should have written them down back when I saw them the first time. I didn't. That's on me. Apologies. Wait until my brain reconnects and the crab stops pointing the gun at everyone, okay? Please stand by. Okay, so what others? Oh yeah, another game that I do plan on playing, and I haven't seen a lot of it. I've seen glimpses of it way back when. Let me just get rid of some of these because they're in the way. There we go.
Hello.
And it's called Wulong Fallen Dynasty. Now this released like 3 years ago, if not more. But I have kept an eye on it. I bought it on release, I think, or on the first sale. I can't remember which of the two. And I've been waiting for the right time to play it. I remember playing the demo long ago. Very long ago, in fact. So this is definitely one of the games that I plan on playing at some point. Again, I don't know if I'll stream it or if I'll make videos on it or if I'll just enjoy it myself silently. But I feel like it deserves a little bit of a spotlight. And yeah, it's from the creators of Nioh. And as you know, I have streamed and played Nioh 1 and 2 on this channel. Both on YouTube and on Twitch. You might not find all of the videos, mostly because I was still experimenting if I want to do YouTube or Twitch at the time. So I don't think I've uploaded all of them. Some of them might be lost. I'm sorry about that. But I have played all of Nioh 1, including the DLCs. I played all of Nioh 2 and a little bit of the DLCs. I haven't finished the DLCs currently. Possible odds. Unique skills. I want to see the gameplay trailer. This is the one. Please actually have some gameplay for us. Okay.
I will not rest until the enemy has fallen. I cannot understand.
I'm sorry. Hold up. Hold up. I'm sorry. Run that by me again. Did the guy just drift with a horse? Hold up. I need to see that one again.
I will not rest until the enemy has fallen.
Bruh. He's drifting with a horse. If someone comes to fight me on a white horse drifting in the middle of a battlefield, I'll have a moment of looking like a dumbass. Like, I'll just be like, huh? Yeah, okay, understandable. I'm packing my bags. Nope, I'm going home. F this. You wanna end me while I'm going back home? Yeah, just do it at that point. Like, there's a level of what the heck is even going on that I don't want to mess with. And it's when a guy starts drifting with a horse. That's approaching the level of I don't want to deal with that right now.
I cannot understand how one as strong as you could have gone unnoticed. Your force was like that of a dragon soaring heavenward.
Oh, I think I fought the bird in the demo. Maybe? Maybe I'm not remembering it right. Either way, it's very counter-based, kind of similar to Sekiro in that sense, but it has the customization of a Nioh game, and I appreciate that a lot. There's a lot you can do with the level of customization and options in a Nioh game, slash a Souls-like game. Sekiro didn't have that. I still had a good time with it, but it's a bit too it's forcing you a bit too much into the counterplay style for my taste. That's the issue I have with Sekiro. A little bit too forced, and it's a little bit too unforgiving. Just a smidgen past my this is fine moment. It went a little bit past that. So yeah, that's another game that I am looking forward to. I do have it. It's fully prepared to be played at a later date. What else do I have around here? I haven't fully showed off. Oh yeah, Grime 2. That's another game that's installed. It's there and it's waiting. I feel like I've also reacted to Grime 2 before. 2. Oh, this is the launch trailer. Let's just see the gameplay trailer a bit.
Welcome to a world where everything is a work of art, and you grow by absorbing it all. Hi, I'm Yarden Weisbrot, director and producer of Grime 2, the sequel to the highly esteemed 2021 Grime. In the first game you explored a world obsessed with how it came to be. The follow-up is about a world that moved past that obsession and onto another, the act of creation itself, where everything has been created by a long history of artists. At its core, Grime 2 is about variety and exploration. In each area, you will obtain abilities by stealing the shapes of your foes. Consume the most powerful of them to discover secret paths and game-changing skills. As you increase your collection of powers, you will be able to create powerful and creative builds and even discover new ways to interact with the world. Available to you are the classic dash and parry, but with multiple twists. For example, dash isn't just a defensive tool. You can use it to steal abilities from your foes, stagger them by slamming into them, and even kick environmental hazards at them. In addition, there is a third ability available to you from the get-go, Grasp. Much like Dash, Grasp 2 can be used in many ways. Some examples are parrying from a distance, activating traps, and stealing health from enemies. All these abilities and much more can be further enhanced in the Formless skill tree. You are free to play however you want. As you push forward, you'll unlock new movement abilities that chain together effortlessly, opening up new paths and hidden spaces. Platforming becomes instinctive, fluid, fast, and deeply rewarding. Face off against a relentless array of strange creatures, each posing their own unique challenge. From the towering blade mammoth to the agile, faceless bishop, combat flows with momentum. Dodge, strike, and summon living molds to fight at your side, creating perfect moments for brutal follow-ups. And this world, it's more than a backdrop. You'll move not just across it, but through it, diving into deep layers, vast hubs, and cities pulsing with secrets and opportunity. Grime 2 isn't just a journey, it's a test of reflexes, of mastery, of your curiosity, and how far you're willing to go to satisfy.
Oh, that's beautiful right there. I think I saw that in the demo as well, because I did play the demo on my own. But yeah, this is a fantastic game. Oh, hello there, Nox, and welcome on in, Raiders. We are currently reacting to various trailers while we wait for Path of Exile to begin their own stream, so we can react to that one and see what is coming new. For anyone who is new to the channel, greetings, my name is Hatana Shiraza, and I shall be your narrator of realities for today. Sir, explain the crab. So, we already saw the giant enemy crab, and I had a sneaking suspicion the giant enemy crab will make an appearance, so I've decided to equip myself with a safety crab, and gave him a gun. So, don't question the crab, okay? It has a twitchy claw, if you know what I mean. But I just decided to be a little bit silly, that's the real explanation. And while looking through the props I had, I was like, okay, I can work with this, I can run with this, I can milk this joke. How was your stream, by the way? How did Arkham treat you? Because I do believe you were playing Arkham Batman, one of them. I can't remember which of the games. But that is the explanation for the crap, pretty much. Also, if anyone needs to leave, if they need some rest, please do so. You are more than welcome. In fact, it is encouraged, even. But for everyone else, grab some drinks, grab some snacks, and make yourselves comfortable. The poe2 release reveal, which is in, I believe, 15 minutes? Yeah, it's in 30 minutes and 45 seconds. So, close enough. Which is the main event of tonight. It should last around 2 hours. It will showcase most of the things coming in the new big update, about a month in the future or so. Yeah, around a month, like near the end of this month, that's when the update drops, to my understanding. And yeah, in the meantime, I'll just be here and react to various things that I plan on playing in the future. We've already been through Grime, Pragmata, Gothic 1 Remake, Guild Wars 2 updates, Within Waves collabs, and so much more. Our POV had switched to Joker, putting Batman in Arkham. You're too distracted looking at Harley to care about your Sora. Why am I not surprised? Funny enough, that would make you a very bad Joker, because Joker is canonically very ignorant of Harley. Like, he just cannot bring himself to pay attention to her. Last I checked. At least in the more modern versions. In the original ones, Joker was actually paying a lot of attention to Harley Quinn. Which actually made her a lot worse. Ooh. One more game that I want to play at some point, and it's called Tides of Annihilation. This is the gameplay reveal trailer. It's almost 12 minutes, which is just enough to get back to Path of Exile. So let's watch this.
go.
Ooh, that's a nice bird. You're a permanent fan of that one comic where Joker died after he got cured. And Batman and Harley had something going on. Oh, okay. I would say this game looks fantastic. And if I remember, as I think I've seen a little bit of one fight. Jesus Christ, the effects in this are good.
It's too small. It's a baby carriage. Ah, a baby. I'm so sorry for everything that's happened to you.
Ooh, what's happened to the people?
Let's go.
They're not friends, so we're good. I see. Oh no, they're English. They're British. It might not be good after all. Ooh, that's a cool design though. Oh yeah, this is the one where you... Quick break. Your people called to me. But yeah, quick break. I just remembered one of the main appeals of this game. You basically control the Knights of the Round Table in this one, if I remember correctly. And unless I'm mistaken for a different game, but in this one, if I remember correctly, you control the Knights of the Round Table and to fight for you as sort of stands and stuff, and it's amazing. Oh, treasure. Reminds me a little bit of Withering Waves, actually. Are the knights sentient? Whether they are or not determine if this becomes JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or an Elemental Sorcerer Schizophrenia episode. I think they are sentient. I think they are sentient.
Britannia. Long time no see. Oh no.
This reminds you a lot of the mirror dimension from Doctor Strange. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, that is beautiful. Hell yes.
The path is flooded.
Okay, that's basically the checkpoint. You know what this actually reminds me a little bit of? It reminds me a little bit of Devil May Cry, combined with Blood Omen.
Just knock down the pillar. Don't forget, knights don't fear the scarlet waters. Nice. Now we can get across.
On the Fortnite.
I sense danger. Seems like that's where we're headed. Once we go in, there's no turning back.
Quick, check if they've taken back the relics we stole from centuries ago. Oh, she was the bird. I had a hunch she was the bird. Mordred!
Gwendolyn.
Oh yeah, you play as Gwendolyn, I think.
Come here just to get upset?
Also, can I just say, Mordred, is this fate? It's a blonde girl that's Mordred. Is this just fate? Come on.
With me?
Damn it, Mordred. That's up to you. Just here to read, are you?
I have
Okay.
more pressing.
5 minutes.
You should have stayed.
Fate, you're getting jungle trauma again. Why are you getting jungle trauma? Give me back the one.
No interest in your throne.
Wait, why? What triggered it? Hold up, I'm confused.
You're after the night for something else.
That's right. You mind your business and I'll mind mine. Don't trust her. She's a psycho. Silence. Idiot.
Oh, she's the blade.
A cheap trick.
You're weaker than before. Swinging your sword like that, does that count as fighting? What's this? Can't win on your own, so you call for backup. Too slow.
Okay, this feels like a fight I'm supposed to lose. I'm just putting it out there. Because nothing even touched her. Mordred. Mordred Mom. I see.
Very well. This is your own doing.
Okay, Aurelia. If she uses plant magic, you're out.
You're a right pain, aren't you? You'll soon pay the price. You're nothing.
Okay, now we can hit her. Yeah, this actually reminds me quite a lot of Withering Waves right now. Oh, grab.
A perfect picture of failure.
Yeah, exactly like what I said. It's definitely like Wua. Especially if Lord Ulysses fight.
Kneel. Feel the true power of Pendragon.
Okay, Gilgamesh!
This is proof of my inevitable victory.
Yeah, exactly. Calm down, Gilgamesh.
How is this possible?
As long as she doesn't pull off an unlimited blade works.
You're nothing but a bug. Well, I'm destined to have it.
I may be a mere bug, but who the hell do you think you are?
Watch your mouth.
Face it, you're just a discarded pawn in this game.
Damn you! I'm Pendragon. No one can cast me aside, ever.
Oh, now we see some of... Okay, we just spoke about Fleur-de-Lis and her area. I would say the bosses look very interesting. And the skills as well. No, you are not tripping. You do in fact hear Jennifer English. She is in this. Oh my god, you get to fly the dragon. Yep, definitely something I... Oh, this one started.
To GGG Live.
Okay.
We have a huge amount of stuff to share today, so it's going to be a good one. Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream, so you'll be able to claim the Red Queen's font hideout decoration by following the instructions below. Okay, so with that out of the way, time to roll the trailer for Path of Exile 2, Return of the Ancients.
Okay, I'll just refresh this real quick. Okay, now I should be getting the drops, I think. Oh wait, I know why I'm not getting this. Hold up. Wait. Panic. Oh wait, I can just do it here. I'm dumb. Give me a second. There we go. Now I should be earning it as well. And all of you as well, because I've changed the category. Okay, 30 new endgame areas. New Arbiter Pinnacle boss. New endgame quest. Right of the... Ritual reward. Okay, that's a bingo. Actually, several of them were. Hold up, I need to bring up the thingamajig. Ah, panic. New endgame quest. Ooh. Genesis 3, let's go. Bridge reward. That's another one. Hold on, give me a second. The Hare and the Raven, new endgame quest. How many endgame? Delirium reward, that's another one, Jesus Christ. Okay, I think we'll go through them anyways. New Pinnacle. How many Pinnacle bosses do we have? New League, Runes of Aldur. Remnant encounters. New gems. Expedition. Did they just rework everything? What the heck? Explore the ocean. What? Expedition Pinnacle boss. That's the spider. Okay.
Hunt like it's your last.
Continue the search. See what you can find.
Atlas Clash. What the? Wild Temper goes to core. Okay, that's good. Atlas Abyss. Ooh. 15 new bosses. Jesus. New Atlas passive tree. That looks amazing. Crafting systems, okay. Spirit Walker Ascendancy. So that's a new ascendancy for something. Martial Artist. Jesus Christ, okay. 40 new uniques, that's another one. Okay. Holy hell. That's the one thing you don't want touching. Get that away from you. What they say, you try what you are afraid of.
So as you can see, there's just so much going on in Return of the Ancients.
Okay,
it's hard
okay.
for even us to keep track of it all.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Going to revamp the in-game.
Okay.
I'm very excited to talk about it. But first, we've got to talk about the League. So to do that, I'm going to hand things over to Mark.
Hi.
All
I'm
right.
Mark Roberts, Game Director on Path of Exile. Now, for those of you who are new to Path of Exile, each time we release
I should have screenshotted that.
a new league.
Yeah, new league.
Not only do we have a new economy, but we also introduce new content through the campaign, which gives you a fresh play experience right from the start of the game, as well as new mechanics, storylines, and in-game bosses. In the Runes of Eldur League, you will encounter a man being attacked by the undead in Clearfell.
Okay.
After saving him, he introduces himself as Pharaoh, a young blacksmith trying to bring back the ancient art of Ezomite runesmithing. He has been collating his discoveries in a tome and is keen to show you how runesmithing works. By inscribing symbols on these ancient Ezomite remnants,
You will bring frogs.
of old magics.
You was gonna be afraid of your armor, why? So you gotta be like this, Nox.
Corpses of the nearby
You know, I
undead
hate
revived
spiders.
and infused with some of the latent power, making for a difficult fight.
Okay.
After defeating these monsters, Pharaoh realizes that runesmithing is a dangerous business, and he is going to need the help of someone a little more martially inclined to discover these secrets. He lends you his tome and asks
Send
that
out the
you note
French.
everything you discover when you return to him. In each area in the Runes of Eldur League, you will find a remnant, and as you approach it, you will notice that some symbols are already present, and some are waiting for you to fill them in.
Okay.
Depending on which symbols are already present, you will have different options for which items you can create using this magic. For example, if you combine Tempest and Lightning, you can create an Orb of Augmentation. But be careful. The symbols used to craft the items also empower the monsters around the remnant, who will be revived as undead to fight again with different properties depending on what runes you used. So,
Okay.
if you use a fire rune in your recipe, the monsters will be empowered with fire. Or if you use a moon rune, lunar beams will rain down as you fight the monsters.
Oh, hello there, Raven.
After the fight, break the remnant to receive the item you crafted. As you get higher level, you will start to find remnants with more slots for more runes, allowing you to craft rarer items. As the number of slots increases though, more waves of monsters will be added, with each wave being empowered by more and more of the runes. And this can get pretty dicey, because some of the runes can have powerful effects.
Okay. Yeah, they already showed some subclasses.
Which will cause one monster
Or no, they showed ascendancies. I don't know about subclasses yet.
The leader itself will be invincible, but killing its minions will deal damage to it.
Also, they're reworking like every single part of the endgame. It's insane.
Some recipes can get pretty large, requiring 6, 7,
Oh dear god.
or even 8 runes. But don't worry, you won't have to remember them. Pharaoh's runecrafting book will record all the options, allowing you to simply pick which one you want to craft, given the existing runes that are already on the remnant. To expand your knowledge and to allow you to craft more items, Pharaoh has asked that you keep an eye out for signs of runic magic around Rayclast. He wants to document anything you find in order to rediscover the secrets of Ezomite runesmiths of old.
Okay.
The first of these can be found in Ogham, and reveals to you an ancient secret, buried deep underground. The runic magic which the Ezomites believe to be their own is actually of Kalguran origin. Thousands of years ago, the Kalgurans came to Rayclast to find sources of verisium, a metal on which engraved runes allow control over reality. Pharaoh is determined to learn these ancient ways and gain mastery over them. If you can bring him more verisium, he'll be able to use it to smith power into any armor, granting you Runic Ward, the power harnessed by the Kalgurans since ancient times. Runic Ward is a new resource that protects you from death.
Oh.
Should you run out of life, your Runic Ward will kick in, sustaining your body until your life can return. It effectively acts as an extra life pool.
Oh my god, yes!
If you take enough damage to run out of that, you will still die. Every single piece of armor in the game can be upgraded this way. Even uniques.
Oh hell yes.
Some are just a strict upgrade, giving Runic Ward with no downside. Others are more extreme, sacrificing defenses to get a much larger amount of Runic Ward.
Ooh.
There are even some that add new modifiers to uniques entirely, making them much more viable for higher level play. But the Kalgurans use Runic Ward for more than just a defense. It can also be used to power many other magics. Instead of using gems created from corruption, the Kalgurans used runes of power and fueled them with Runic Ward. Many of the options available from remnant crafting are new types of Kalguran skills that exclusively spend Runic Ward to wreak havoc. An example is Triskelion Cascade. Using it will cause your next spell to be triggered multiple times in a Triskelion pattern. You can use it with skills like Ice Nova that you cast from yourself.
Oh, that's nice.
Or with something you target at a distance, like Comet. There are also skills to modify existing effects using runic magic, like Frost Flame Nova. Using this skill on a pack of burning enemies,
nice.
Transform the ignite into Frostfire, both burning them and building up freeze at the same time.
Ooh.
You have basic buffs like Hollow Shell that guards all nearby allies, to more complicated mechanics like the Mark of Repulsion, that creates a mark capable of pushing away all nearby enemies. Instead of spending mana, like skill gems do, all these skills cost Runic Ward, and unlike gems, they don't have a color. This means that they don't care about attribute requirements, or what kind of weapon you use.
Oh,
These skills
that's
are designed
good.
to be used on any class, and so often interact with mechanics that apply across many characters. By combining different runes together, the Kalgurans were able to support their runic abilities, and you can as well. There is also a set of runic supports that can be combined with regular skill gems in interesting ways. Concussive Runes allows you to add these concussive shockwaves to any skill that stuns. While Runic Infusion lets you spend ward to directly empower the damage on any skill. Now, there are other quests during the campaign too, that unlock even more interesting crafting methods. Buried deep in the jungle in Act 3, you can find the Mystic Refuge. containing even more secrets for Pharaoh to learn from.
Okay.
Using this knowledge, he gains the ability to reforge unique weapons. With this technique, many low-level unique weapons can be upgraded to do significantly more damage. Now,
Hell
we're
yeah.
able to take a bunch of uniques that had interesting modifiers, but were not in-game viable, and give them a bit of a boost to get there. And it's not just low-level uniques. All Kalguran uniques are able to be runeforged this way too, and they can do some pretty interesting things. Like Searle's Grit, a new unique, which when runeforged can get one of several different outcomes. Now, there is still so much more that you can craft with remnants. There are also 100 new runes, as well as many other new crafting currencies. This is the runes of Eldur after all, and some of these runes have quite powerful effects. For example, this elemental conversion rune will convert all the existing mods on a non-unique weapon from one element to another. Using it, you could combine a weapon with all 3 elemental damage mods into a single element, making a weapon with massive amounts of cold damage. There is also a rune that lets you destroy your rune sockets to turn them into a dual socket on your item.
That's an interesting one.
There are even crafting meta runes that can unlock new types of mods when used with regular crafting. For example, this rune of chronomancy will unlock a set of time-related mods to be crafted on your boots. Once placed inside, use regular crafting orbs to attempt to get new mods like cooldown speed or increased skill effectuation. You can also create a new type of currency called alloys. Using regular metals alloyed with verisium, new modifiers not normally available can be directly crafted onto your items. Using imbued alloy could improve your ailment damage, for example. There are honestly so many options here that unlock all sorts of crazy crafting projects. So I think people will be experimenting with these for a long time. Once you get to King's March in Act 4, Pharaoh finally meets Danig, a real Kalguran runesmith. And riddled with excitement, he wants to learn how to merge modern Kalguran techniques with the ancient knowledge that he has found. From here on, Pharaoh joins in the Kalguran expeditions that Danig has been leading. With the ancient knowledge that Pharaoh brings to the table, the Kalguran expeditions that Danig has been going on will change significantly. For those of you who haven't played it, the Expedition League mechanic involves carefully placing explosives, uncovering the buried dead, and recovering verisium from them. By choosing where to place the explosives,
I wish I had Expedition rework.
Which kind of challenges you would like to face, or rewards you would like to claim. But unlike before, expeditions now contain the remnants from Runes of Eldur, allowing you to do some specific crafts along the way using the new League crafting mechanic. One very important difference from the simple remnant encounters, though, is that the empowerments that the remnants grant apply to every monster down the explosive line for the rest of the encounter, stacking together. This can lead to some pretty extreme situations. If you stack too many remnants, you might be in for a fight beyond your abilities, but the rewards can be very worth it. Each mod on the monster is improving the items that they can drop. Once you get to the endgame, you will find that the Atlas has changed substantially. To the south, you will now find the coastline of Rayclast, with the ocean beyond. King's March has not fared well after the Cataclysm, and lays in ruins. Rog's shop has been destroyed, but he is much more concerned about his wife, Gwennon. He would like to launch an expedition deep into the ocean to find her, and this begins a new major mechanic for Expedition, exploring the ocean. Previously, a logbook was a single
mind blown.
Now, using a logbook, you can send ships to explore an area of the ocean to the southeast, uncovering a range of islands to begin your search for Gwennon. You can hop from island to island, doing many new encounters. There are islands with expeditions, grand expeditions, new bosses, and all sorts of other unique things to find. Eventually, you will find the island that Gwenin has been holed up on. It turns out that she has found the tomb of an ancient Kalgurin, Medved. While she appreciates you coming to her rescue, she is still keen to blow open the doors of the vault and take whatever you can find inside. It's just a shame that Medved isn't as dead as you previously assumed. Now, after you have defeated Medved, you will find another logbook. And this time you can use it to choose which direction you want to explore. The ocean is vast and contains a huge number of new islands to find. With each logbook, you can explore one sector and you can go as deep as you like. There are all sorts of interesting objects to uncover and dungeons to explore. Many of the islands have expeditions with totally new mechanics. So for example, here is a volcanic island with voltaxic sulfite. Blowing up the sulfite will unleash extra waves of enemies. But there is also this wall with a suspicious light coming from behind it. On blowing it open, a giant ogre comes out, and he is determined to eat as much sulfite as possible. The more sulfite mounds that you have blown up, the more empowered and the more rewarding he will become. These islands contain all sorts of little secrets that you can find and blow up. Free trapped wisps, blow open root doors, even raise ancient precursor technology. And of course, more bosses. There are more and further vaults to blow up, and one of them in particular is pretty important. The Tomb of Uhtred, the Star Drinker. Uhtred was responsible for calling down the meteors of Verisium, which the Kalgurins used to power their ancient magic. And upon defeating him, he calls down a truly gigantic one into the ocean nearby. On visiting it, you find that it is shrouded by a strange energy emanating from the Verisium core of the meteor within. There is something growing in there, and it can't be anything good. In order to gain entry, Danik suggests that the Triskelion Flame, an ancient Kalgurin artifact that can absorb and cancel the effects of Verisium magic, could be used to enter. But to find it, you will need to locate the Tomb of Olroth, leader of the Knights of the Sun. Defeat him and gain access to whatever eldritch nightmare is growing inside. Now, we're not going to spoil the boss, but one thing you should know is that the Verisium that makes up the core of the meteor is of a quality that has not been available for millennia. Bringing this to Pharaoh and Danik should allow them to forge some objects of power, the creation of which has been lost to time. So that's the League, and there is a lot going on. To sum all that up, there is a new encounter with over 30 new monster types and over 30 new rune modifiers to enhance them. You can create more than 100 new runes to craft your gear, as well as dozens of other new currency items. And there are new quests added to the campaign to unlock even more new crafting options. Rune forging armors, upgrading uniques, dozens of new Kalgurin skills and supports, tons of new islands to discover by exploring the ocean, 5 new bosses, including a new pinnacle boss, and a bunch of new uniques to top it off. But there is still a ton more to come. It's time to talk about the massive changes to the endgame. But for that, I'll hand it back to Jonathan.
We're not gonna spoil the boss, also them showing the boss.
And the ocean to the south is the least of the changes. The entire area around your starting location is now teeming with new questlines and things to discover. Will you investigate the strange forest to the west? The cracks in the earth to the east? Or perhaps visit the ruins of a Val city in the north? The Atlas now has fixed points of interest at specific locations, giving you specific objectives that are easy to find. Like before though, no matter which objective you choose, going to towers to see what's out there is always a good idea. The first time you do that though, something new happens. The earth shakes, and a gigantic fortress rises from the earth. A remnant of the ancient precursor civilization. The cataclysm of the beast has caused an ancient protocol to be invoked. Should corruption ever take hold to this degree, the world must be scoured and purged of corruption. You will need to make your way into the fortress and activate the gates. Gain the keys to reach these ancient precursor weapons, and disarm them. But this will be no easy task. The fortress has many areas to explore and many new things to find. You will power up ancient machines, fight new and deadly foes, discover many new areas, and uncover some dark secrets. Now the fortress is the first of the new full endgame storylines that we're adding in 050, and there's a lot going on with it. But not only that, it has some pretty cool new mechanics as well. The areas inside the fortress are special. Many of them have new mechanics or rewards that they grant. Like this map, where all the rares are contained in essence crystals. Or this one, which replaces all monster packs in the area with strongboxes. Or this one, which spawns an Ismeri spirit that always moves on from a rare after you kill it, allowing you to chase it through the entire map.
Oh, that's a neat mechanic. Dangerous, but neat.
Now, just like the normal areas of the Atlas, you'll need to fight the map boss of each area to complete the map. But unlike a normal map, the ones in the fortress each contain precursor nodes after the boss, and activating these nodes will give you points for the new and improved Atlas passive tree. Now we had an Atlas passive tree before, but it was one of the areas of the endgame that just wasn't up to scratch. The Atlas tree now works quite a lot differently. We have significantly upgraded the kind of mechanics that you can find on the Atlas tree. Like this one, that gives a chance to make rogue exiles you fight retreat from combat and move to an adjacent map. Before you fight them again, they'll upgrade their gear and come back with a grudge this time.
Ooh, okay.
There are also a lot of nodes that combine mechanics together in new ways, like this one which lets Ismeri spirits possess strongboxes. All the regular monsters that come out of them are touched by the spirit, and the rares are all possessed, giving you some incredible loot potential. You get points from every single area you complete in the fortress, and unlike before, that means you can allocate the entire Atlas tree. Yes, this whole tree can be yours.
The entire tree.
This change is pretty important, since it allows us to be able to create many types of bonuses that we wouldn't have been able to create before. Like this one, which gives a chance for cities to be invaded by another faction, and can even allow it to contain 2 faction leaders, allowing you to get 2 crisis fragments. If we'd done this kind of thing in the old tree, we would have wanted to spec into it before running a city map, then unspec out of it before running anything else. With full allocation, we can have cool bonuses like these. Now obviously we still want to make sure that you have choices that define your in-game Atlas build. So many nodes in the Atlas tree are now multi-choice. Everyone will get the node, but which bonus you choose to use is up to you.
Okay, that's amazing actually.
Powerful boss maps to contain more essences, summoning circles, or rogue exiles. But there's also nodes that contain more unusual things. So for example, on this node you can choose. Do you want to give a chance for shrines to instead be given to the map boss in the area, making them more challenging but dropping special loot? Or would you rather give a chance to be given a shrine buff before entering boss arenas, making for an easier fight?
Okay. I can get behind that.
Now, I could probably nerd out about cool stuff in the tree all day, but we should probably get back to the fortress. Now, One of the really important things we wanted to do was make it so that all the boss fights in the endgame are now accessible with a quest line. That means that to fight the Arbiter of Ash for the first time, you don't need to get lucky by finding keys. They will be in fixed locations and there's a quest to get them. But the Arbiter of Ash is no longer the pinnacle of Path of Exile 2. For that, you'll need to travel into the very center of the fortress.
Ooh. Alright, you're heading off since I told you you don't have to vlog tomorrow for this week. You're sleeping. Rest well, Nox, and thank you for dropping everyone by.
After the storyline, you still unlock keys for pinnacle bosses in the usual way, exploring the world and finding the keys required to get to them. But we have added a lot more interesting things to find out there as well. There are now all sorts of mechanics that can spawn on maps in the wilderness. For example, some maps might spawn as a rogue exile hunting ground, containing multiple rogue exiles who are there to hunt rare beasts. You might come upon them in the middle of a fight and be able to take out both of them. Or a map of champions that makes all the natural inhabitants of the area into magic monsters. Or this one that causes all shrines in the area to release as merry spirits when used. Once you have explored and found your keys, you can return to fight the pinnacle in the fortress again. But this version of him will be harder, and not only that, you will have new unique rewards as well. Each time you fight him, you get the ability to activate one section of the fortress, and any maps that you didn't finish there will be automatically completed, giving you all the Atlas points.
Oh
so
my.
if you're the type of player who doesn't want to explore the fortress, and instead just race out into the infinite Atlas, you still have a way to get all those points.
See you on Saturday?
So
Yeah, see you then, Nox.
Divinity storyline. It's a huge amount of new content, with a ton of new areas, 5 new bosses, including a pinnacle, with a bunch of new unique items. But not only that, it also completely revamps the Atlas tree, and includes a ton of new map mechanics that you can find both inside and outside the fortress. But this is just one of the new storylines. So let's talk about the next one now, Masters of the Atlas. Now earlier we talked about how the multi-choice nodes in the tree allow you to still have an in-game Atlas build, but we didn't think that was quite enough. You have an Ascendancy class for your passive tree, why not an Ascendancy class for your Atlas tree? Well, that's where the Masters of the Atlas come in. Throughout Rayclast are many opportunities for those with the skills to find them. Atlas Masters are willing to train you in these skills if you're able to help them in return. One such master is Jado, a member of the Order of the Jinn, an organization that secures powerful artifacts to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands.
Okay.
Jado will send you on missions to investigate strange occurrences on the Atlas and recover the artifacts causing them. And for each one you recover, he will gain more trust in you and teach you more ways of the Order of the Jinn. At level 1, you could choose to massively increase the chance for rare and unique chests, or make it so that all map bosses drop an additional unique item.
Ooh, I'll probably want that.
Or make corrupted waystones have an additional modifier, but at the cost of making them send you to a totally unknown location.
Ooh.
Each mission you complete for Jado will unlock another row of abilities, and give you another point to allocate, letting you choose how you want to specialize. But there are other masters too. For example, Hilda. Hilda is a member of a guild of monster hunters. She will send you on missions to assassinate specific deadly creatures around Rayclast and harvest their parts. In exchange, she will teach you her monster hunting skills, like this one, which adds a 25% chance to upgrade any map boss to a powerful version. Or this one, which makes his Marian spirits no longer possess rare monsters, making them go for the unique bosses in the area instead. You might notice that many of the effects on these are both upsides and downsides. So Hilda, for example, can make it so that you only get one attempt when fighting pinnacle bosses, but in exchange for that, they always drop 2 uniques. Because of that, we wanted it to be easy to swap between them depending on what you're doing. As you unlock each master, they will appear on the side of the screen. Simply click whichever one you want to use to run the map, and all the bonuses you have selected for that master will be activated.
Okay, so we're not locked
in. You have a
in.
few different strategies that you can quickly pick between, depending on what you're running at the moment. Now, one thing that's been pretty obvious is that the endgame leagues we created when launching Early Access in 010 were not really up to the standard of the leagues we did since then. Fate of the Vile and Rise of the Abyssal just have a lot more going on than Delirium or Expedition, for example. We wanted to do a serious upgrade to all of these mechanics before we do our 1.0 release, and so that's what we've done. All 4 of the leagues we launched in Early Access have been upgraded with not only new quest lines, but new mechanics, new crafting systems, new uniques, and new pinnacle bosses. One of the really important changes we made to all the leagues is that you can now find them on the Atlas in specific locations, and each one has a quest line that will lead you there to being able to complete the league, along with its Atlas tree and its pinnacle boss. This is true even for the leagues that we didn't do major redesigns to, So let's use Abyss as an example. When you first encounter one in the endgame, you'll get a quest that leads you to the east, where you will find these mega abyss cracks in the earth leading away from the Well of Souls. All the maps along the cracks will contain abysses with special properties, and mapping along these cracks will close the Atlas scale abysses, giving you points for the Abyss Atlas.
Oh, that's cool.
At the end of each Atlas abyss, you'll find an Abyssal Depths, with the boss fight for one of the Abyssal factions, giving you a guaranteed way to fight them. And after completing all 3, you'll get a key for the Well of Souls, allowing you to fight the Vessel of Kulamag. This kind of thing makes an in-game league so much more friendly for new players, giving people obvious goals and a guided experience to complete them. Alright, so let's talk about the first of the upgraded leagues, Delirium, and its new storyline, The Hare and the Raven. As you may remember, during Act 4 you were tricked into releasing an ancient entity from a Kardui prison known as Tangmazu, the Raven Trickster. Tangmazu delights in breaking the minds of those who step through his mirrors, and when touching one, he will attempt to destroy your mind with twisted abominations generated from your worst fears. In Return of the Ancients, the first time you approach one of his Delirium encounters in the endgame, you will find Elder Maddox locked in a trance. His mind is trapped in one of Tangmazu's delusions, and you will need to free him. Once free, Elder Maddox demands that as you caused this problem, you should put it right. He asks you to travel west to the Withered Willow, the location he believes that Tangmazu first gained his powers. But be careful. As you travel there, the Raven Trickster will attempt to break your mind. Each map around the Withered Willow features Delirium encounters. Now this is more than a simple quest upgrade. The mechanic of Delirium has been overhauled and expanded. At the bottom of the screen, there is now a bar that indicates how deep into Delirium you are. You can see which direction leads deeper by looking at the fog, and the deeper you go, the more challenges you will face. By looking at the bar, you can see how long you have until the Delirium ends. And you can also see special encounters that you will face if you're able to go deep enough into the fog. At the end of the bar is always the boss of the map, but we now have a variety of other encounters that you might find as you explore the horrors of your own mind. For example, you might encounter a purple mirror shard that when shattered will cause all the enemies to become more nightmarish. After hitting this, you'll notice the Delirium demons are enhanced, significantly more powerful, larger, and scarier in general, along with more rewards. Or should you encounter a red mirror shard, you'll be sent into the depths of your mind. And must escape it while fighting off hordes of your worst fears. If you are able to do so, you will gain a powerful amulet with 2 instilled notables on it. Once you reach the Withered Willow, Elder Maddox discovers that a shard of the mirror is missing. You will need to track down Tangmazu and restore it if you have a hope of discovering how to defeat him, and that means entering the Raven Trickster's mirrors in an attempt to locate him. Each area around the Withered Willow contains Delirium encounters, so that's a good place to start. As you do Deliriums, some of the special encounters will drop liquid emotions. Normally these emotions can be used to install amulets to add notable passive buffs to them, but in Return of the Ancients, emotions have a new function as well. Each one now has the ability to add crafted mods to jewels, allowing you to add specific mods to an item slot that can be quite difficult to roll. For example, Liquid Despair will allow you to add critical hit chance, while Liquid Suffering will allow you to add movement speed or Air of Effect to your jewels, but there are many more. Once you've done enough Delirium encounters, the location of a Grand Mirror, an entrance into Tangmazu's realm, is revealed, but it won't be that simple to enter. Using his powers, he reflects the map boss for a ridiculous empowered fight, then destroys the entrance into his realm of madness. In order to find him now, you'll need to let the insanity fully into your mind. A strange fruit is left behind which you can consume to fully embrace the madness in an attempt to reach the Raven Trickster's realm. Consuming the fruit will cover an entire area of the Atlas in fog, and every map you do in the fog will get progressively harder and harder as you explore the deeper reaches of your mind. At some point you enter a new layer. A simulacrum of your memories, twisted and perverted by the Raven Trickster. Should you be able to complete the simulacrum, Tangmazu will believe that you are worthy of a true challenge. and will let you take the remaining shard of his mirror, allowing you to enter his realm of madness back at the Withered Willow. If you dare to face him, it will be a fearsome challenge.
Okay, yeah, that is a big one.
That's the new storyline of Delirium. As you can see, it's not only a quest line, there are new mechanics, new crafting options, and new boss fights. But one question you might have is, what happens after? Well, once you've completed the story, grand mirrors will start appearing on the Atlas sometimes after completing Delirium encounters. After doing the grand mirror, you can select where on the Atlas you want to do your fruit-induced drug trip and get another key to fight Tangmazu. But this time, the fight will be quite a bit harder, and not only that, the fight will be able to drop a bunch of new uniques that were not available in the questline version. We'll show some of those later. After doing a grand mirror, the decision of where to spread the fog can be important, because there are some potent emotions that only come from certain map bosses affected by Delirium this way. Like all emotions, they can craft special mods onto jewels, but these potent emotions can create mods that you can't get any other way. So for example, Potent Liquid Melancholy is an emotion that can only come from human bosses, and allows you to add a variety of on-hit effects. Also, you might want to try instilling amulets with these emotions. They could have some interesting effects, with some powerful notables that do not normally exist on the tree. Like Storm's Rebuke, which makes armor break boost your cold and lightning damage. But also notables from a clearly deranged mind, like Calm's Blessing. This skill allows you to ancestrally boost fire spells after using a war cry. How about using an ancestral flame blast? Now, just like before, you can also upgrade the League by getting points for a dedicated Delirium Atlas tree. But this now works in a much better way and has much cooler effects. The maps in the Delirium area of the Atlas give you Delirium passive points for completing them, so it's easy to see how to progress. Some nodes will add new types of mirror shard encounters to your Deliriums. Like this one, which will pause the Delirium for some amount of time, allowing you to more easily get to higher depths. Or this one, which adds extra Delirium modifiers to monsters when you pick it up. There are also nodes that can add new types of drops, like this one, which modifies Simulacrum encounters to add special liquid emotions, which can craft time-lost jewels. And nodes that apply to the Atlas mechanics of the League, like this one, which causes the Grand Mirror to spread Delirium fog over a larger area of the Atlas, potentially containing multiple Simulacrums. Alright, so that's the changes to Delirium. The core mechanic now includes a bunch of new things to find, new monsters to kill, and has new mechanics on the Atlas.
I can see why they needed 2 hours for this stuff.
With 20 new unlockable notables for amulets. Not only that, we have a new pinnacle boss with a bunch of new unique items, and a massively upgraded Atlas tree just for Delirium. But there's still a lot more to come, so let's talk about Breach next.
Okay, Breach.
When you first do a Breach in the endgame, you will find Aelith, one of the Keepers of the Flame, an ancient order of monks dedicated to preventing the Hiveborn from entering the world. As you seem to be a keen slayer of demons, Aelith would like to recruit you to the order, and asks that you travel to their monastery to the south. On the way there, you'll start to encounter more breaches, and will notice one of the first changes to the breach mechanic. You still have to kill monsters as fast as you can to keep the breach open, but now you can visibly see how much time you have left to keep it open, and how each kill extends its duration.
Oh, thank God.
Once you reach the monastery, you will learn more about the Keepers. In the 25 years since the events of Keepers of the Flame in Path of Exile 1, the war with the Hiveborn has not gone well, and they have managed to establish a foothold in the world nearby. A gigantic area has fallen to the Scourge, and the Keepers are unable to get inside. Inside the monastery is the Genesis Tree, a powerful asset to the war effort, stolen from the enemy and gifted to the Keepers by the Dreamer himself. Using the tree, Aelith could create a breach stone and penetrate the Hiveborn foothold, but without Hiveblood, the tree has withered. To get Hiveblood, you will need to take advantage of another new mechanic of breach. If you can keep the otherworldly portal open for long enough, the breach will stabilize and will enter a new phase. The Hiveborn will send their toughest miscreations to defeat you, and the breach will not close until you can annihilate them, dropping Hiveblood that you can use to restore the Genesis Tree. In some cases, you may even attract one of the deadliest foes the Hiveborn can offer, a Marshal of Zesht. These monsters also drop womb gifts, and if you take these to the Genesis Tree, they can be used to craft items to help you in the war against the Hiveborn. Given that 25 years have passed since the beginning of the war, the tree has grown and withered many times, but with each cycle it learns and expands its abilities. When you first open the Genesis tree, you will notice these holes.
Oh my god! It's so big, what the heck?
Type of jewelry and must be fertilized with hive blood. So for example, you can place this amulet womb gift into the tree and it will give birth to a random rare amulet. But the Genesis tree is capable of much more. As you continue to feed the tree, its
Oh
branches
my
will
god,
regenerate
there's so much.
and allow you more and more control over what kind of items it will birth. So for example, this branch of the tree will allow you to control which base types of amulets can be birthed. And as you go deeper, it will even allow you to create new base types that you can't get anywhere else.
Okay, yep.
Like this one, which gives you an entire spirit skill for free. Or this one, which has a rune socket in it.
I'm sorry. Was that the Eternal Rage skill for free?
Branches that will let you control which mods the amulet can get, including making sure that they're higher level, or controlling which specific mods that they will always have. With 15 points to allocate, you will have to choose wisely how you want to specialize your crafts. But it's worth noting that this tree doesn't have any cost to respecking it. You can enable or disable the nodes at any time by clicking on them.
Okay, that's good.
On rings, we've also added some really interesting new crafting options as well. You have a bunch of new base types like these, but you also have entire new classes of mods that can be added. The right-hand branch of the ring tree adds an entire new set of caster mods to rings. From basics like extra elemental damage for spells, or more niche options like this mod that increases the rate you gain seals for Unleash. And on the left-hand side, you can unlock an entire new set of mods for minion characters.
Oh hell yes.
This stuff is actually pretty important, because casters and minion builds didn't have as many slots with interesting item crafting compared to attack builds. The Genesis tree narrows that gap. There are also trees for belts and currency. I won't go over them too much here, but there are all sorts of goodies in these too, like being able to create new catalysts for jewels, or a belt that gives lightning damage. Once you've done enough breach encounters, you may finally get a womb gift capable of birthing a breach stone. And you can then use it on the Hiveborn incursion. Once used, the true extent of the Breach Demon's foothold becomes clear. They have not only transformed the land, but constructed huge sky hives as well. When you enter the outskirts of their realm, you will discover breach hives. Using the power of the Keepers of the Flame, these otherworldly structures can be burned away when walking through them. But for each one destroyed, more of the Hiveborn will attack when you attempt to purge the hive.
Okay.
These encounters are particularly rewarding for womb gifts, so you'll want to do as many of these as you can. But your real goal are the sky hives deeper into the domain. These twisted creations are securing the demon's entry into our world. Inside the very center are the Breach Lords Tool and Ash, and you will need to defeat them if you want to get rid of the foothold once and for all. Now, once you've completed the questline version, there is still more to do. You will find other breach domains on the Atlas randomly in your travels. For each one, you will need to find a breach stone, destroy the sky hives, and defeat the Breach Lords. And doing these encounters is what will give you access to fight Zesht, the existing Breach Pinnacle boss, which you can access by communing with the Dreamer himself inside the monastery. While completing the questline for Breach, you will also be gaining points for the Breach Atlas tree, and there are a lot of cool new options here. This node will cause breach hives to spawn outside of the Hiveborn domains on the Atlas. And this one will give Aelith additional abilities that you can use while attacking a hive. Like this one, which causes all Hiveborn in the next wave to be magic, drastically increasing their difficulty in exchange for way more items. There are also nodes that allow you to control your rewards, like this one, which adds a set of new lineage supports to the Marshal of Zesht.
Okay.
Or this one, which lets you control which womb gifts you will get. There's also some nodes that affect the Genesis tree, like this one, which will cause Zesht to drop his head, which when returned to the Genesis tree, will grow a grasswing orchid on the side of it. You'll have to experiment to find out what this thing is good for. Putting rings on its fingers seems to make it happy. So that's a rundown of what you can expect from the new Breach questline. There's a new stabilization mechanic for breaches, hive encounters, and hiveborn incursions on the Atlas. But you also have a huge new crafting system and new bosses as well.
Yeah, they've added so many things, Jesus.
When you first complete
Okay, rituals.
Aoife, a lost spirit, will appear. She appears to need your help, but isn't able to communicate more than a few words, beckoning you to come to the Wildwood. Like the other leagues, Ritual now has a place on the Atlas to call home. The Wildwood can be found to the west. When you first arrive there, Aoife's spirit will guide you in, where you will discover that inside the Wildwood, spirits can take physical form. Aoife has been bound to this place by the King in the Mists, and requests that you free her, but in order to do so, you will need her body, currently in possession of the King. To reclaim it, you will need to gain an audience with him. Inside the Wildwood, there are many ritual encounters to complete. Like before, in each area, triggering rituals will resurrect the nearby bound monsters to attack you, and killing the monsters will give you tribute. In addition, each ritual you do in the area will add the monsters from the previous ritual, making the encounters much more challenging the more rituals you complete.
Oh. Okay,
Once you've
that...
completed them, spend your tribute to get items. Now, an important change to the rewards of Ritual is that all the items in the reward window are now uniques or omens, making this league's rewards much more valuable than before.
Never mind, that's worth it then.
In order to gain an audience with the Nameless King, you need to sacrifice tribute to him. Any remaining tribute you don't spend can be sacrificed this way to fill up this bar. Once you have enough tribute for an audience, return to the Wildwood to divine his location with the Nameless Shrine. His location will be revealed deeper in the Wildwood, and you will need to make your way to him, kill him, and get Aoife's body. Using her body, you can attempt to release her spirit, but this is when you learn about the true threat of the League. The Wildwood is built on top of an ancient prison. The King in the Mists didn't gain his power out of nowhere. He was granted it by an ancient being of darkness known as the Bodark, and the Nameless King's use of this power has been causing the prison to weaken. In order to prevent the Bodark from entering the world, a champion will need to enter its prison and beat him back, but those with a name are unable to survive there. In order to do so, you will need to transfer your name to another with a new mechanic in the Ritual League, the Rite of the Nameless. The rite will begin in a nearby forest. At first, it appears to be a regular ritual encounter, but that will soon change. The final ritual of the area will include the map boss. And defeating him will give you a piece of the effigy onto which you will transfer your name. But the ritual is still not complete. Once the map boss is defeated, the Atlas will open, and you will need to pick another adjacent map to continue the ritual. During the rite, each adjacent map will have different rewards to tempt you. So for example, if you go in this direction, you gain significantly more tribute. But if you go in this direction, the uniques in the reward window will turn into currency instead. You can also sometimes get offered specific items that will be added as rewards. So in this case, you'll have to choose if you want to get 5 Chaos Orbs or a Mage Blood. A difficult decision, I'm sure.
That's the easiest choice ever, get the Mage Blood.
The encounters in the next map won't start from scratch.
Yeah, even the chat agrees.
Gathered from the rituals of the previous map as well, making them harder and harder. And that includes the map boss too. You will need to defeat both map bosses in the final encounter for your next effigy piece. And it still doesn't end there. Pick another map, another reward, and add another map boss to continue until the ritual of the Nameless is complete. It will take 5 maps in all, and will be an incredible challenge.
So you're telling me I have to fight 5 bosses at one point?
Once complete, you can return to the Wildwood to perform the final rite. Transfer your name to the effigy, adorn the crown of the Nameless King, and enter the prison. Now, of Of course, once the pinnacle boss is complete, the league doesn't end there. As you do rituals on the Atlas, you can continue to give tribute to the king in the mists for another audience. Pick another forest to begin the Rite of the Nameless once more, and this time with a harder pinnacle boss and new unique items to find. Of course, we've also significantly upgraded the Ritual Atlas tree. Get points by completing maps in the Wildwood, and you'll be able to unlock some pretty cool nodes. Some of them affect the Rite of the Nameless, like this one which extends its duration. You thought fighting 5 map bosses at once was hard? How about 6?
Of course.
Or this one, which makes maps during the Rite have more reward mods, often having 2. You also have nodes that allow things to combine with other content, like this one, which gives a chance for rituals to be created inside summoning circles, adding a random boss to the ritual encounter. There is even a node which adds a new type of possible ritual, the Audience with the Queen, which causes the bride of the king to sometimes appear. Okay, so that's ritual. But let's have a look at what this means for in-game content as a whole for
Oh boy.
Path of Exile 2. When you include the expedition changes made by the League, we have a total of 5 new in-game storylines, each of which has a hub, crafting systems, areas to explore, NPCs, and a pinnacle boss as a capstone. Not to mention the Masters of the Atlas storyline as well. But more importantly, you now have immediate quests as soon as you arrive at the endgame, and goals with obvious progressions that you can see how to finish. Each in-game questline has a progress bar that you can pop out from the side of the Atlas screen at any time.
Oh, that's
that
good.
shows you how far through you are, and buttons that will take you to the hubs for them. Overall, it's just a way better in-game experience with a significant number of fun objectives to complete. But just in case you didn't have enough goals, we did have one other thing that you might want to complete this league. These are called challenge leagues after all. Where are all the challenges? Well, players
Oh my god, they actually added challenges. I added it as a joke. I was like, there's no way they are doing this.
Indeed the best. We haven't done these yet in Path of Exile 2, but it's time to change that. If you're able to complete them,
Oh, that looks sick.
Knight of Elder armor set. Opening the challenge screen will show you a series of 8 challenges. After completing each one, anyone in chat or in the forums will be able to see your prowess. In addition, you'll get a statue to put in your hideout showing anyone you trade with how many challenges you've completed. You'll earn the first piece of the armor set after doing 2 challenges, and the full armor set after completing all 8. So that covers all the content you'll encounter in Return of the Ancients. But what about some new tools to fight against these new pinnacles with? Well, we also have some new ascendancy classes as well, but to introduce them, I'll hand you guys back to Mark.
As Jonathan said, we have 2
Okay.
new classes to show you today, the Spirit Walker and the Martial Artist. Let's start with the Huntress's new class, the Spirit Walker.
Okay, so it's a Huntress class.
Has developed an affinity with the Asmerian animal spirits. She is able to infuse the power of multiple spirits at her choosing. On the bottom part of the class, you will find paths for each wisp you would like to commune with, be they primal, vivid, or wild. Each one can give you different abilities that align with the stag, owl, or bear. Each ability gives you a method to become possessed by wisps of that type, and a new ability when you spend them. The stag allows you to summon stampedes when you attack. The owl grants boons in the form of their feathers, which adds extra projectiles and enhances the projectile speed of your next skill. And the bear simply summons a giant bear companion to your side. The bear will maul, slam, leap, and do intimidating roars to debuff your enemies. Now you can specialize more into each of these wisps, but if you want to combine all 3 of them, then a new hidden power will be unlocked, the power of the Sacred Wisps. This node is free, and enhances the quality of all 3 of your spirit animals.
Okay, what's the trick?
Your bear will take some of the damage you take, and grant you life regeneration. Your stags will become more aggressive, leaping towards enemies, and your owl-empowered skills will leave a trail of soaring ground behind them. But that's not all. The Spirit Walker has other powers beyond wisps, such as Idolatry, which can give you large bonuses for using idol socketables in your equipment. And this one, which is my absolute favorite. The Spirit Walker, having attuned herself with nature, can gain the ability to tame beast bosses.
Excuse me?
A whole suite of very cool options for your build.
You can tame bosses.
Maybe you tame the mighty Silverfist in the jungle depths.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, sure.
Or maybe a three-headed chimeral beast in the chimeral wetlands.
Yes, please.
Or then there's a giant frozen owl beast, Rakar, the Frozen Talon. There's so many choices. You're going to have to experiment a bunch with this one, and I'm very excited to see what bosses you all choose to have as your trusted boss companion.
Okay,
Next
okay,
up, we
okay,
have the monk's
good.
new ascendancy class, the Martial Artist. After decades of training, he has mastered 3 of the 7 hollow techniques. Channeling hollow form technique allows the martial artist to create illusions of himself, which then use a skill of your choosing. Perfect for turning skills with less area of effect into ones that can obliterate packs with ease. Should you find yourself overly vulnerable while channeling, you might want to take Way of the Mountain, which causes you to be covered in stone when you immobilize enemies, mitigating large amounts of damage. This can even enhance your attacks too. By hardening your weapon in stone, you can deal even more damage. After taking Hollow Focus technique, you can manifest your spiritual energy into objects. In this case, bells, which will appear around the martial artist and can be shattered by any of his attacks, even ones from the Hollow Form technique earlier. Hollow Resonance technique furthers that by adding a manifested bell to your back, which rings each time you deal a critical strike, damaging all enemies around you. Through all the martial artist's thorough training, he has mastered the flow of internal spiritual energy too, and has engraved runic tattoos around his meridians. By doing this, he can gain the benefit of extra runes. Just open your inventory and add the runes. There is one that counts as a helmet, 2 as a body armor, 1 as gloves, and 1 as boots.
Okay, that's very cool actually.
Hands, the ultimate expression of a master of the martial arts. Taking Way of the Stone Fist will cause your gloves to become a new base type when equipped. Each modifier on the original pair of gloves has an equivalent, more powerful, and more impactful modifier. For example, these gloves add some physical damage, cold damage, lightning damage, some resistances, and life gain on hit.
Okay.
Now, when I equip these, they become literal fists of stone, and not only grant me a bunch more evasion and energy shield, they now also grant a lot more damage, some maximum resistances, and a significantly higher amount of life gained on hitting enemies. With all the different rune combinations you could do, and the different modifiers on gloves, there's a ton of different build options, and we're looking forward to seeing what you can come up with. Now, with so many new bosses in Return of the Ancients, of course we want to have a huge number of unique rewards.
Yep.
There are some pretty cool things in here, so we wanted to show you a few of them.
That's a cool wolf.
Twisted Empyrean is a 2-handed mace made from the purest of Verisium, combined with the beast's corruption. It converts all of your mace's skills fire damage to cold, and visually does so too, turning your volcanic fissures into glacial ones.
Okay, that's a cool effect.
This also comes with its own built-in skill, Starborn Onslaught. Using Glory, you can leap backwards, throwing your mace at the ground, creating Verisium fissures, before calling behind it a storm of cold metallic bolts from the stratosphere. Next, we have Eventide Petals, an amulet that not only grants runic ward, but also comes with its own reservation skill, Midnight Zenith. This skill causes your critical hits to grant Arctic petals that hover around you. Once you have acquired enough of these petals, they will be consumed, creating a floral ice crystal near an enemy. Then, destroy that crystal to do devastating cold damage to everything around it. The Raven's Flock is a staff perfect for minion characters. Not only does it grant spirit reservation efficiency and minion damage, it also allows your minions to inflict grueling madness on hit, slowing enemies and making
that's a minion item right there.
For maximum crowd control. That's not where this item shines though.
What is spiraling
It grants a
contagious?
skill called Spiraling
Yeah, that.
Conspiracy. This skill causes a flock of ravens to circle you, dealing damage over time to anything near them. Killing enemies, or just by standing near unique enemies, causes the flock to grow, getting larger and larger. For your PoE 1 players, you can think of this just like a Raven Righteous Fire. That's not all, however. These Ravens are also minions, so they fully scale with minion damage and come with their own command skill, Mad Flight. This command skill causes your flock to create a tunnel of deathly damage between a set of illusory mirrors, obliterating anything in between. Horror's Flight is a pair of gloves instilled with the purest of fear. Equipping these causes your enemies to become terrified of you. These gloves cause you to gain stacks of fear incarnate when you cull enemies. To aid in your culling, these gloves also come with the skill Crushing Fear. This is similar to the monk skill Killing Palm, except it deals chaos damage, and the amount of damage and area of effect scales drastically based on the power of the enemy. As you use this, gain your stacks of Fear Incarnate, which increases your culling threshold, meaning enemies become easier and easier to cull, even to the point of being able to instantly kill some monsters from full life.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, why not?
Sylvan's Effigy is a scepter for those wanting to run companions. It allows you to have any number of companions of different types, instead of the normal restriction of just one per type. But what makes this cool is the Asmerian Wolf Companion it comes with. This is a persistent minion that bites foes to maim them, leaps to cause bleeding, and even howls to buff nearby allies. Additionally, it comes with the command skill Eternal Hunt, which when used it will howl, calling on the spirits to manifest spectral wolves to ambush all foes around you. Liminal Coil is a crazy wand. It allows you to apply as many curses as you please, but those curses will have no
I'm
effect.
sorry?
What's the point then?
Yeah.
2 reasons. Firstly, your spells gain a bunch of extra physical and chaos damage for each curse on enemies.
Oh.
Secondly, is the skill it grants called Coiling Bolts. This skill is a projectile spell that fires coiling physical and chaos projectiles with every cast. What makes this skill truly special though, is that it will split and chain through every cursed enemy, causing an absolute ruckus. See for yourself.
Yep.
Periphery is a unique bow, which utilizes all the powers of the Asmerian spirits by dealing damage of all elements. And all elements can cause all ailments. The coolest thing about this bow, however, is the Asmerian Swarm skill. These are minions that are summoned when you kill enemies. They will pursue all nearby enemies, damaging them and inflicting a debuff on them that boosts your elemental damage even further. Watch as you mow enemies down and the swarms of Asmerian wisps aid you, melting enemies one screen at a time. The Ordained is a new spear, mastering in physical and lightning damage, with high critical strike chance too. This spear allows you to leech life not only from physical damage, but lightning too. It also creates a fragment of divinity nearby periodically.
Okay.
What are those? Well, this spear has the skill Righteous Descent, which is an epic, divine leap, aided by angelic wings. If you use this skill when a fragment of divinity is nearby, it will become empowered, dealing significantly more damage, gaining massive area of effect, and bypassing its cooldown. When fighting a boss, let a bunch of the fragments spawn, and then just unleash your divine havoc, obliterating them. Last, but not least, we have a new unique jewel, Voices. Voices is simple. It consumes 1 jewel slot to add more. There are versions that add 2 jewel slots, 3 jewel slots, and for those who are absurdly lucky or rich, one with 4 jewel slots. Equip it and notice the slots appear next to your character's portrait in the center. One of the things we are concerned about is how long it takes for experienced players to replay through the game in each new league.
Okay,
As we learned from Path of Exile 1, one of the things that can really help is having elements in the campaign that tell you where to go.
Right, right.
We'll cover just one example per act for acts 1 to 3, but there are many more than just these. For example, Hunting Grounds in Act 1 is a large, sparse area, containing multiple entrances and landmark encounters. Here's an example of some of the changes we've made here. Finding the ritual encounter in this area isn't too difficult. Now, after completing it, a trail of locusts will lead to the entrance to Freythorn. Just follow it and find the source of the evil.
Okay, that's nice.
You may also find corpses of dead animals, killed and pecked at by the crowbar. You'll notice a trail of blood leading away from them. Follow the trail and it will lead directly to the boss. We even put a signpost on the road to tell you which way to go to find Ogham Village. In Act 2, in the Mastodon Badlands, you need to find the Lightless Caverns and track down the Abyssal. Now to make this quicker, in the level you'll find these cracks. Just follow them, and it will take you right to their lair, allowing you to find and unlock the Well of Souls. In Act 3, the jungle areas have camps of explorers to sell you items. However, they are now even more useful. By talking to the explorers, they will point towards the next area. Not only that, but it will also reveal it on the minimap, so you can know exactly where to go. These are just some examples. We plan to do more and more of these over time in order to streamline the experience. Now, as this is an in-game expansion, it makes sense that we would work on Atlas QOL. We've added a search box that updates live as you type. Have a specific map you want to run? Now they will be much easier to find. If there are multiple maps, hitting enter will move you from map to map. Now, making a character build in Path of Exile 2 can be pretty complex. And instead of designing a build yourself, many players enjoy following online build guides. We have a pretty awesome community that has built many tools over the years for designing builds, but we wanted to improve the experience of following them. So, we are introducing a new build guide system directly into the game client.
No way.
That's how it works. Community creators who write build guides can now create a new file format, a build file. Once downloaded, the builds appear in the in-game client, and selecting one will show you everything you need to know to make that build. So you can see all the passives you need to allocate, ascendancy points you need to take, skill gems you need to equip, and recommendations for all the support gems you need to use as well. For items, the build designer can specify which uniques to use in each slot, or if needed, just add some notes to the item slot to say what kind of item you need. In fact, build creators can add notes to just about any of these areas, allowing them to explain different trade-offs in context, or just give more info about how these things should be used. They can also give level ranges to each element, allowing recommendations to change over time. Great for builds that need to respec after they reach a certain level. Now, all of this is written in a standardized build format that creators can use, and we imagine that a lot of community build tools will be updated to add support for this format. Now that we have trade market searching built into the in-game client, we have added the ability to price check items you can find more easily. Control-Alt-clicking an item will now search for it on the trade market, showing you the current prices. For rare items, it's handy to exclude some mods, so we added the ability to enable and disable each mod so you can see what effect each one has on the price. Next up, we're going to be talking
supporter
about
packs as well.
Packs for Return of the Ancients. Today, we're launching 2 new series of supporter packs.
Is that a dragon?
And Divinity packs.
No, it's a gargoyle.
Each tier contains the pack's full face value in points, alongside several exclusive microtransactions. As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way. The Blood Reaver series of supporter packs contains 6 exclusive microtransactions. Let blood fuel your bloodshed. The Exsanguinator weapon effect draws the blood of enemies you've slain and funnels it into your weapons. 2 turn the appearance of your endurance, frenzy, and power charges into orbiting globules of blood with the Blood Reaver charges. While your charges are active, these blood orbs will grow in size when you absorb more blood from nearby enemies. There are options to have pure blood charges, or charges that still display which kind of charge they are at their core.
Okay.
A taste for blood doesn't negate a taste for style. The Elite Blood Reaver armor features crimson leathers and golden accents to set yourself apart from uncivilized leeches. It also features a back attachment, fashioned out of the wing of a colossal bat. Alongside every Blood Reaver is their trusted gargoyle pet. In true gargoyle fashion, they take the form of a stone statue when you are idle, leaping into action when you're on the move again.
Okay.
What good is immortality if you don't have a vast mansion to come home to at the end of the day? The Eternal Blood Reaver supporter pack contains the Blood Reaver Manor hideout. This exquisite two-story estate
Okay,
features
that's a
an organ,
new hideout,
a grand dining table,
technically.
and cages for your visitors. You can alter the walls to create as many or few rooms as you like. Last but not least, the Servant of the Manor, eternally bound to the Order of the Blood Reavers. This henchman will manage your store, so you can spend more time spilling blood.
Stop that. We won't disappoint you. But if we do, you've our permission to beat us most violently.
The Divinity Pack series also contains 6 exclusive microtransactions. Call on Divinity to aid you in eluding enemy hits with the Divinity dodge roll effect.
Ooh, that looks
As you
nice.
sprint, actual divine lightning wings will form out of your back, leaving a trail of radiance as you engage or escape from combat.
I wonder how that would look in dragon form.
For situations that are too dicey, call on the gods above to send down the Storm of Divinity portal to create a safe passage for you to retreat through. Adorn yourself with the Knight of Divinity armor set, a highly revered attire only bestowed to those deemed worthy for the divine cause. Equipping the Divine Surge character effect empowers you with a storm of divine energy. Using skills causes the storm to burst from your character, spilling raw divinity into the area around you. The Arbiter of Divinity wings are the final piece remaining to emphasize the force divinity has over this realm. This ancient precursor machine was found locked away in a highly guarded vault. Its original purpose is unclear, but it has been altered to fuel your maps using the pure, everlasting divinity within the statue. The pillars surrounding represent how many portals you have left for your map. This map device also tracks your progress as you complete the new Origins of Divinity storyline, added this expansion. Additionally, all microtransactions from the supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 1. On release weekend, we will also be releasing the Return of the Ancients mystery box, which will contain 2 armor sets, a set of map devices for your in-game adventures, a new tracking scroll that records the amount of currency you've gained from the currency exchange
I don't care about that.
or your shop, and much more, like a set of finisher effects and affinity stashes. That's not all, however. The Fragment Stash tab is finally coming to Path of Exile 2, and with it comes some tabception. Inside this one tab, there's a tab for your various boss key fragments. There's also a tab for all your precursor tablets, with each type of tablet getting 6 tabs of storage. Finally, there's a tab for your Djinn barriers and inscribed ultimatums, both of which
thank God.
have their own 6 tabs. That's a lot of tabs.
So that's everything in 050. This is by far the biggest update we've ever made to PoE 1.
However, wait a second.
New in-game storylines, pinnacle bosses, crafting systems, items, ascendancy classes, and so much more. Now, because this update contains so much in-game content, we're doing significantly more testing than usual. For that to happen, we're taking a little longer than usual between the announcement and the release. 050 will be released in 3 weeks on May the 29th, with the patch notes being released on the Friday before that, on May 21st. But there's just one more thing to talk about. Now that the endgame is up to scratch, we have to start talking about our plan for 1.0 release. The feedback we've had during early access has been critical for making all the improvements that we'll be making to the game. At the same time, we had to create enough in-game content to make an RPG that can call itself a successor to Path of Exile 1. Well, with 050, we now believe we have reached that point. And so this is going to be the last full-size league during early access. That's right, the next big update is going to be 1.0. Now normally we would do our next big content release in August, but in the run-up to full release, our plans take a little longer on this one. As big as 050 is, 1.0 is even bigger. So we'll be launching 1.0 this year sometime after ExileCon. But that doesn't mean we won't be doing updates in the meantime. In this final phase, we have a lot of things to polish throughout the game and balance to improve. I'm sure there'll also be feedback about the new endgame that we need to incorporate too. The difference is that the focus is not going to be on adding more content like the previous updates, it's going to be on improving what we already have. But we still want to encourage people to try out all the balance changes and improvements that we're making. So we're going to be running a few event leagues during this phase alongside each update. Think remixes of existing mechanics or features. And speaking of ExileCon, don't forget to pencil it in on the weekend of November the 7th in New Zealand. ExileCon is a gathering of our players, and a chance for us to showcase everything we'll be working on for both Path of Exile 1 and 2. And this one will be particularly important for us, since we finally get to unveil some of the coolest content that we've been working on for a while now with Act 5 and 6.
I'm kind of surprised they're not adding new classes or new weapons per se.
To be streamed online for all of you to watch. Now I'm personally so excited.
Like they are adding new skills, but not new weapons.
The campaign is finally finished. It's been 8 years to get here, but we're finally near the finish line. And with that, it's time to move on to our live Q&A.
Okay, now next up is the live Q&A. I'm sure there will be interesting points, especially since, well, not if we can't hear the person. Are you okay there? Yeah, no sound. There we go.
For a nice long Q&A again, once again today. We just had a teaser for Return of the Ancients expansion and its complete overhaul to just every single thing in the endgame, complete endgame overhaul. The Runes of Aldor League with a frankly somewhat confusing amount of crafting and systems and things in it. It kind of keeps going. And then we've got like the Kalguran skills.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot in this one.
The extra looking ascendancies and some insane uniques and all that sort of stuff. But honestly, it's kind of easy to talk about what's not part of 0.5.
Yeah, I wanted to get there.
Let's do that first. So I think some people definitely had an expectation or a hope that there was going to be a new class or a new weapon type here, swords.
Yeah, so you want to explain that?
It's the case that making a class is something that takes longer than a single cycle. So yeah, it was never going to be on the cards for 050, unfortunately. But
so it wasn't even that it was moved in this case.
No, it just wasn't. It just isn't something that we can do in that short amount of time. So it's going to have to be the next one before we're able to get.
Well, last time you guys teased like the druid and the huntress beforehand.
Exactly. Right? So it's kind of funny seeing everyone like this. Like probably the mistake we made was having a sword in the teaser for the breach stuff.
I thought it was a fishing rod.
yeah.
Yeah, they
about that, but it's just kind of funny.
It is a shame, but it seems like you guys have kind of, well, you keep raising the bar on yourself as far as design is concerned. Like,
and it's not like we're not working on it in the background, right? Like that is definitely happening.
I've been seeing a little bit of work.
Okay, I'll put it a little bit lower. So, how do I say this? There we go. So I'm looking at the thing I made, the bingo, and hold up. Can I just move it over there? Maybe. Yeah. So this is the bingo I made, and surprisingly, to my surprise, because we didn't get any classes and any new weapons, technically, I was betting we get something. That's why every single line, almost, somehow had one of the classes or the weapons included. Because I was like, there's going to be something. Definitely, surely. There wasn't. And because of that, I'm so close to getting a bingo, but it just is not there. I kind of regret making it like this now. Yep. Still, I did not expect challenges. Enough to expect exploring the ocean. You not expect every single game mode to be the correct one, including some that I didn't add here, like the Abyss. I honestly would have seen them make Karax pass sooner than challenges, but they went with challenges first, so that's... yeah. Huh. Yeah, it is most definitely an endgame update, I'll say that much. Unexpected with how much endgame there is, and it kind of makes sense when I think about it. Let me just stop it there and close this thing here. Yeah. Hold on. Let me get the crab away. I think I'm safe to get the crab away. Yoink and yoink. There we go. So, I can see why they went the way they did, because thinking about it, they said themselves it will be a little bit longer of a wait, like almost to the end of the year, until 1.0 comes out, which will have all of the classes and whatnot. But to do that, they kind of need the endgame to work. So I can see the way they did it. They basically gave themselves a longer period of time to work on the big update and finalize all of the weapons and weapon skills and classes that they still need to do, since it's gonna be an even bigger effort. So they prioritize something that will allow them to keep the players interested, which is the end game. So I feel like on one hand I'm satisfied with this, quite satisfied. It gives me more time to play Dragon. No, but seriously though, I'll probably play Dragon again. But yeah, overall, very excited for this. Extremely excited. I'm also happy that it's at the end of the month and not today or tomorrow. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. And I shall see you all at the very least on Saturday, as Nox said, where I might be joining him for a stream. We might be advancing the story on our own. I'm in Guild Wars. I'm not quite certain what he has planned yet. But basically I booked the day to spend some time in Guild Wars with Nox. So, that's gonna be happening then. What else? Oh yeah, there's probably gonna be a stream tomorrow as well. Not sure what, not exactly sure when. Details are being worked, stuff is happening, yada yada. Once again, thank you all for watching, and let me see where I can send all of you lovely people that are still here with me at this time. Let's see. Who's doing something interesting right about now? Oh yeah, also, you should have obtained the Red Queen's font, if I'm not mistaken. Just from watching this right now. Okay, that should be all of that. Okay, so what should we raid into, or rather who should we raid into? Let's see who's doing something interesting. Ooh, I'm seeing Ares from Mythos who's playing Dark Souls 3. You know what? Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? I feel like watching a little bit of Dark Souls, and Ares is quite the entertainer. So let's join on that, shall we? Mythos, Dark Souls 3. 2-year anniversary. Oh, it's her streaming anniversary, I think. Nice. Oh wait, is she ending? I can't tell. It's been 3 hours, but also, I know people do tend to yap a lot, especially when it's their anniversary. Not a bad thing, mind you. I can't tell if she started. Oh no, she finished it. I'm seeing the timer. I forgot I'm dealing with a speedrunner. You know what? Either way, it is her anniversary. Might as well drop by, right? Let's just start the raid and drop on by. Drop her happy anniversary as well while at it. And that should be that. Once again, thank you everyone for joining me on this day. Happy to see all of you, happy to talk to all of you, and happy to react to so many wonderful games that I will be playing in the future. Without any further ado, I shall now send you all off to an interesting journey. Oh wait, no, she's still going. She's actually still going. Excellent. And this is a nice boss fight. Let's just start the raid. See you all later. And see you later, YouTube, as well.